That face and that hair, man, it's so good. I don't even know. Oh man, that face and that hair is so good. Ooh. What's up, everybody? Actually, am I muted? Nope, okay, I'm good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream, or to the replay, as the case may be. Enjoy your stay. We got plenty to see, and it's entirely free. Up until August 27th, when it'll become $15 a month with your normal World of Warcraft subscription. But this lighting does not work well for my chroma key. But hey, at least you can see my shirt now, and it's blue. Anywho, we're gonna do... Wow. We're gonna do another speed run. Because we gotta practice them speed runs. You know what I mean? You know what? I think I like it better without the beard and the thing in his nose. Yeah, I do. Speedrun 3. And this time, we're gonna be listening to our own music because, hey, it's good stuff. That's nice. Interface, action bars. System, sound, and where is
Hey man,
Hey, what's going on?
you streaming again?
Yep, that I am.
Well met.
We're gonna do a best case scenario solo run for timing. In fact, let me start the time right now. So what's going on?
Brings you here.
I've been just working on my rogue PvP,
Oh yeah?
doing some battlegrounds, trying to figure out how to take out warlocks and mages.
Get the jump on them, which isn't exactly something very likely to happen in
Well,
BG.
At level 10, man, you don't do much jumping.
Yeah.
So, but I don't. I have shit gear, so. The way they have the new talent system is kind of difficult to. The most powerful PvP spec is Outlaw. Gives you a pistol that does a slow. It's a 20-yard range attack with a slow.
Wait,
50% slow.
a pistol? What?
It's called Outlaw. So you're a pirate, basically.
So you're a rogue pirate?
Yeah, but you don't have a pistol. You just have to have a sword equipped. It automatically makes it look like a shooting pistol, but you don't have one. And it gives you a talent, a dot, or yeah, dot towards your finishing moves.
Huh.
And then if you go the subtlety tree, you lose Sinister Strike. You have Backstab, but Backstab can be done in front of people too, but you do 20% less damage. And then you also get this
I feel like that sort of changes the class too much.
That you can run and throw without having to stop to throw. And it's like a 30-yard range. And it puts a finishing move down on it. I haven't messed with Assassination. All you get is a garrote. You don't get your... until 20, you don't get the one where you're bleeding them on the finishing move. So, but I tell you what, I was missing that undead racial, and then I was looking for it, and I was like, crap, I'm gonna get out of this cheap fear, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Because that using it that one time, that racial in a battle,
I'm out of
could be the
range.
difference between me finishing off and not finishing off. So,
I need more mana.
so anyway, I'm playing on a orc right now. Just trying to see how it feels.
Fair
Not
enough.
have that Will of the Forsaken.
Yeah. Fair enough. Appreciate the
I don't like
donation earlier, by the way. You don't like the orc?
No, I don't like not having the Will of the Forsaken.
Yeah, and you have control over its use as opposed to the stun resist. Although the stun resist is still nice and it's active all the time, which is good too. I mean, that to me, that is a tough choice, honestly. I'd probably be undead, but I could definitely see being an orc too. Like the one thing I could not see is being a troll. This troll's just it's
No, there's no
garbage.
reason to be.
It's garbage. Like I said from the very beginning. Like, not trying to do the famous "I told you so" because it's not all about that, and that's not been our discussion. I'm just saying, legit, troll racials were garbage compared to the other three, and horde.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. I really like the dwarf racial.
Dwarf racial's really nice too. Yeah, I put that as the third, maybe, the third strongest. I would say Will of the Forsaken being the strongest racial, stun resistance being second on the orc, and then I would say the dwarf is the third strongest racial.
How
That
may I
stone
If you
skin or
go
whatever it's
shadow,
called.
if you go shadow priest with the dwarf, then you get the
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's real strong.
fear ward
Go in peace.
or a disc.
Peace,
Maybe you get
friend.
fear ward. I don't know if you get a shadow,
Be
but
careful.
you're still getting fear ward. And then you have the ability to
I've
probably
been
buff extra armor.
expecting you.
You know.
Walk with the earth,
I was just watching some run-throughs for dungeons for loot and stuff.
Mhm.
How?
Yeah, I would try to start putting like
Be careful.
not necessarily best in slot gear together, but were I you, I would take some time to, since you can't jump into the game or whatever, look over
Yeah.
what gear you think would be
What
best
brings you
for
here?
early game rogues and what we basically should try to aim to
We
get,
shall meet.
you know?
Yeah, I'm still
Fire
entertaining
in the hole!
taking leather working.
I don't think it's a good idea, but whatever you want to do is really what matters most. It's all about having fun. If you're going to play a class, I don't want you to have any regrets and go, I really should have been, really could have, should have, would have, if I only, you know, none of that crap I want.
Well, the thing is, like, if I can make some of the best armor, even better than some of them in the dungeon. So, and the more stats I have as we're leveling up, you know, the better we're gonna level.
Like I said, it's up to you. I just don't
Plus, I
think
can
we're going to be
sell some
staking
stuff.
very much time to be actually leveling that up. I think we're going to be focused too hard on actually going out there and getting the levels. So grab whatever piece of gear you can on the way. Like, I don't even plan on really leveling, tailoring up aside from doing bags. Whatever bags we can get done along the way, that's pretty much how I'm going to level it. Go from one bag to the next and sell them. And even then, you know, I'm not 100% sure that I'll be having time to level based on how fast we're leveling up, you know? I get the allure, though, because it's definitely nice to be able to, if you're able to, while leveling up, level up a primary profession, too. Feels good being able to get something like that done. doing an absolute best case scenario run right now. Solo. Which is not a very likely... Huh?
Pull you up on here, I'm giving that love. Yeah, you're not recorded live again.
I've got Mikhail's on YouTube, and he commented just a minute ago.
Okay, well, maybe it's just not registered on mine.
I need more mana.
I don't know. Try refreshing, I guess. I don't know. YouTube's
I
honestly...
just pulled a brand new window.
Yeah, it's not just you either. YouTube has been really, really bad about doing that. I mean, you may have to just literally go to WifieandHubster channel and click our live stream from there, or go to the link.
How long have you been doing it right now?
11 minutes now.
Below, you're almost 4. 3 years, well, 3.5.
Say again?
So you're just, you're a little over, can't see your level here. You're
Oh,
almost
okay, so
3.5
you did,
then.
yeah, you did get into it then. Yeah, about 3.5 almost now.
Well, I have you saved on my, my hotbar, just going right to your stream.
Oh, nice.
I need more
It's a daggum shame that YouTube is being such a pain. Because it's not, like I said, it's not just you that's dealing with that. I have people come in all the time saying, hey, you know, it didn't show you live, why isn't YouTube notifying me? And YouTube is just being a royal pain about notifying people of, you know, I don't know if it's just my channel, or I'm sure it's other channels because I've seen it on other people complaining about it. But yeah, they've been really bad about, like, putting people out there, content creators.
I hate that resist.
Yeah, but it happens. Like, imagine how much worse it is for a mage. Like, that's their their damage, you know, it's everything to them. But they also have some pretty good talents to give
They
them
get
extra
water.
skill hit.
They can make their own water, so I don't feel so bad for them.
Yeah, true, but that's all they got. Like, you gonna see a mage run up and do a melee spec? No. But they do have talents to give them an extra 6% chance to hit. And as a druid, even though I don't have it at first, the animal forms are pretty sweet. I mean, I always, you know, said, I think during last stream even, druid has what is assumed to be the highest skill cap in the game, just because it's such a diverse class.
Yeah,
I love the
think
class.
shaman's pretty high too.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Because, well, I mean, not quite like druid though. I was watching some pretty sick rogue videos. This guy was just picking off, like, he must have had sick gear or something, but like he was picking off 4 people at a time. You know,
And
sap,
wait,
blind,
this was classic?
and yeah,
Much
yeah,
respect.
he had the stuff that I want to get for in game. And
Well, I
I mean,
told
he's
you-
full on engineering and full on pots and everything, and you know, nothing was off limits as far as staying alive. But like, I watched him with like no health just jump on somebody else. I'm like, what are you doing? And either he was unlocked and dead. So it was like, wow.
Yeah.
And they were level 60. It wasn't like they were level 40 something or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
They were
Well,
level 60.
I've mentioned it before. Rogues have a high skill cap, and I mean, people underestimate them all the time. But a rogue can keep 4 things CC, at least on a limited basis.
Yeah, and I saw like he did the cap a flag in the battleground. He did sap, blind, and then the warrior was the warrior or paladin or something. He did the netted him, and I guess he was too close to them for them to melee, but he wasn't far enough for them to throw. And he's sitting here capping the flag, and they're all sitting there going,
What to do? Watch him. Stare intently.
but, so he has a couple different specs that he runs. He runs one, the cold blood and assassination. He's doing the 5% crit with malice, but he's doing the improved eviscerate 3 of 3. 3 points in the finishing move, 60% chance to get a combo point when you hit a finishing move.
Yeah.
And then the relentless strikes is the energy of 25 once your finishing move, goes. 2 points in exposed armor, 5 points in lethality for the 30% crit for sinister, gouge, backstab, and hemorrhage.
Who? Wait, hang on a second. Mikhail, well, who are you talking to? I like your comment, but I don't know, like, I didn't see anyone else's comment prior. So are you just saying, were you saying that to me, or was there someone else in chat that I didn't see?
I think he was talking about when I was talking about what race to do, maybe, or something.
Oh, yeah, that could be. I think more than anything right now, your issue is that you can't play it. So, of course, you're going to be, and it's a passion of yours, so you're going to be analyzing it and reanalyzing it and then overanalyzing it even. And that's exactly what I would be doing if I was stuck watching other people and not able to do it myself. That's 100% what I would be doing. I'd be pulling up all kinds of builds. I'd be looking through dungeons, probably. I'd be doing my it'd be either that, I'd be doing the research on it, or I would be trying my darndest to forget about it and ignore it until it was basically right around the corner. When I really like something, I can be a little obsessive about it. And I know that. That's part of how I make such godly builds in, like, Dungeons and Dragons, and Fallout Online, before Fallout 76, like the actual Fallout 2 Online. Like, I was a beast. And it was scary. My wife and I both had a similar build, and we literally made people take a server down and update it and change it because of how strong our build was. Me and my best buddy and my wife, the three of us took out an army of over 50 other guys in one, like I don't know if you've ever played Fallout 2, but basically Fallout 2 Online was the Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 world maps collided into one, and then there was an online mod. The original was Fallout 2238, which was Fallout Online, and Broken Hills was like one of the biggest, I guess, multi-race city where mutants and everyone got along and da-da-da-da-da. Well, got along, quote-unquote. Anyway, in Fallout Online, the three of us came up with a build, or I came up with it, and they wanted to share it. And it was so strong that the three of us could take out like a 50-man army trying to take over that town. And it was a mercenary handler build where, we basically paid super mutants and they became our mercenaries. And it was ridiculous. We each had 5 super muties walking around following us, and we were scary. Before the big thing is, it was a cheesy build too. Like, we were really strong on our own. Big gunners, had tons of health, could wear the best armor, did really high damage, and then we each hired 5 super mutants that could all use big guns. And the really cool thing about it, you'd set them to like attack anybody who's not in your faction. And then in that game, when you switched over to a zone, it's Fallout Online, your character would go first, and then it would take a second for you to actually load into the zone. Well, by the time anybody loaded in, they were all dead. So it was super cheesy. And we would just stay right near the entrances. So when 25 or 30 people all come in at once, you just hear the miniguns start firing up, and all the freaking super mutants blasted everybody away. It was intense, but it was dumb. And they had to change the way super mutants and mercenaries worked in that game because of our build. It was too strong. Got too many people complain. We took over like the Gunrunner's outpost, which is something you weren't supposed to be able to take over, and we held it. So when people come in to try to sell their gear, they would instantly die, and we'd just gather up everything.
I'm gonna link this video to you. It's like only 13 minutes.
Okay. Well, right now I'm streaming, so I probably won't watch it till afterward. But
Yeah, no, I know.
okay.
I linked my talents too, or the talents that he's doing.
What up? Is that Disillusion? I like that. Disillusion. That's a really wicked name. Where have I heard that before? Do I know you from somewhere, Disillusioned? I swear that name seems awfully familiar. What in the world? Okay. That's something else entirely. Anyway, welcome to the stream. We're playing some classic World of Warcraft, and my chroma key is all kinds of messed up. You guys can sort of see the green screen behind me right now. I'm telling you, the lighting is never the same in this room. I think now it's because one of our lights on the overhead lights burnt out. So I've only got 2 of the 3 on. I don't know, I'm not going to worry with it right now. You guys will just get to see a little bit of haze. At least you can see that my shirt is blue now, and the chroma key's not trying to make it invisible. I made a joke about dyeing my beard blue the other day, and my wife kind of laughed. And then I asked, so I was like, would that bother you? And she's like, no, you ought to go through with it. It'd be funny. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll come back one of these
Be
times
careful
with
what
a
you
beard.
joke about.
Yeah, I might come back one of these days with a blue beard. Not being sarcastic. That would be interesting. I told my family after my wife thought it was a cute joke, and my mom and dad are like, no, you ought to do a pink beard. And I'm like, what? And they're like, seriously, think about it. Cancer awareness, and plus, you know, your niece has got Down syndrome. You can create all kinds of awareness and do great things with that. I'm like, oh, I see your point. But I could also attract a bunch of hicks at Walmart giving me the googly eyes and raising their eyebrows going, he got a purty mouth. And I'm not about that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
What's up?
That's a tough one.
You're right. I wouldn't want to be promoting that lifestyle, but you know, not that I have anything against it, just not my cup of tea, shall we say.
So, he put all of his points into damage.
Mm-hmm. That rogue?
Yeah. So the cold blood spec,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he's got the finishing moves giving points, and when it finishes, it gives energy. He's got the 5% crits. He's got the armor break. He's got the 30% more damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got 1 point to improve poisons, 2% chance to apply them. And he's got 3 of 3 and eviscerate for the 15% more damage. And then he's got full blood. He's got improved gouge, 3 points, and then nothing else in the combat tree. Then he's got opportunity for 5, which is 24% more on ambush and backstab, which he did a lot of ambushing.
Yeah, anytime you get the opportunity, I imagine.
Camouflage, you know, to improve stealth, speed, and tactical. Initiatives, we have a 75% on cheap shot, or ambush to put 3 dots on. Ghostly strikes, 3 of 3 improved ambush, 3 of 3 sap, serrated blades where he gets the 30% more damage from rupture. Hemorrhage, and now he did this with swords, and he switched to a dagger for the ambush, but everything else was swords. So he switched
mid-combat to the dagger, or?
Yeah. I mean, he would open with a dagger and instantly go sword. Because there was no improved backstab, so he was either hitting with hemorrhage. Sinister, and he wouldn't even have points into Sinister Strike, so he was pretty much only using Hemorrhage.
Gotcha.
Now he may use it with the dagger because you get more damage, depending on what dagger whatever he had. And then he did have the Dirty Beast, which gives the cheap shot at 20% fast, so only 40 mana going into 40 energy.
Gotcha.
Going into the and it's putting 3 dots up. And then, you know, and his finishing move is going to put a dot, and then he's going to get 25 energy back. I mean, it's just goes into the next, you know, one. Yeah, and then he had the preparation for that.
Yeah.
So that was with a cold blood and prep. Spec. Still
That's
with
a pretty
good
solid
gouge.
spec. Yeah.
I mean, he was
All about some
clutch to do
damage.
that. And then when you went more daggers for the backstab, he did. Only 2 of 3 for improved viscerally. Still got the 5 points in crit from Malice. The finishing moves, 60% chance. And the energy restore on that. And then the 30% more crit bonus for lethality. But that's it, he doesn't do any more on the assassination tree.
Hey,
On that tree he had it.
Hang on one second. Michiel, real quick, what Spanish thing are you talking about, Bluebeard?
My mana is
Azul. Oh. Is that just the words, or does that have some kind of significant meaning?
I need more mana.
I believe it's a cartoon.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got a blue beard.
Fair enough.
My
You want me to put it into chat?
Yeah, sure, if
The
you'd
link
like to.
for it?
Or put it in Discord so I can take a real quick peek at it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Some story about
I
a
didn't
guy
know it.
called Bluebeard. I mean, I've heard pirate stories like that. Didn't know if that was similar. Blackbeard and Bluebeard and Redbeard and some kind of color and some kind of facial hair.
Yeah, so the only thing he does for defensive cooldowns is he takes the improved sprint to the removing the roots, and then 2% for hit, improved backstab, and sinister strike improvement and gouge. And then for the subtlety tree, he just goes down, gets dirty deeds again, 23 points in that, and a preparation. That's a 40 energy, cheap shot. You know, 75% chance to get an extra dot, improved ambush. He's got no ghost.
So he's all about that offense.
Yeah, no improved sap. So you're sapping, you know, you need stealth. And
Yeah,
you
but
try
this is also battleground PvP, right?
most of this was World v World.
World v World.
World versus World. Out in the world. He actually went into Ironforge and just annihilating people. They're all
Well, he
chasing
would have
after
only been
him.
able to annihilate people who were flagged there.
Right, but once he annihilates somebody and somebody else comes to help, I think they can get him. You know, he's low on
Yeah.
health, they jump in. He purposely lets himself get low, so they jump in.
Not enough mana.
Then he like vanishes, stabs, bandages, and then goes down. about 25 minutes into it or so.
27 and a half minutes in, and level 4, almost level 5. But this is like super best case scenario.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I wouldn't be attacking him with a chance to resist, man. I would be healing.
I sneak a heal in there every once in a while.
Yeah,
I like to pretend that I know what I'm doing.
I know you do, man. And just it makes me nervous when I get so low on health. I hate being low on health.
Yeah, no,
I'm
and
used
I'm
I'm
sort
used
of
to
the same
being a
way.
healer, you know.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
It's in this. It's all about that efficiency, though. Like in the early game, we're gonna have to be risking health. You're gonna be a little lower than you like to be when we're in Mulgore until we get past the masses. Like, just like you saw earlier, I didn't let Aiden die at all until he decided to pull the rare spawn boss. I told him not to pull, and then he ran back into it. That thing hits as hard as I can heal for, so there wasn't anything I could do about that.
Will the Wrath of the Lich King get released?
Say again?
Wrath of the Lich King release date?
I don't remember. I wasn't here for that.
Oh, it was 2008.
That sounds right.
November. Yeah, because I just got laid off like the week before. I remember. I was like, went and filed unemployment and said, okay.
We'll take this as our little break.
Jeez. I was like, alright. Wow. I didn't have a lot of expenses at this time, so I was like,
Yeah.
alright, take a few months off. But, yeah, so that was probably 2 years later. That's just when I was doing a lot of rogue PvP.
I still affirm that I think you'd really enjoy Druid as well. But I want you to go with whichever you're most comfortable with. And that's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, there's so many limitations on Druid.
There's so many what?
Limitations on Druid, but then you also get every tree, so you get the... But,
And depending on how we
use it.
spec, I mean, we can legitimately use every tree at least to a certain extent. Just the one build I consider kind of non-viable is the Mage Druid, the Umkin, and it's got its place. It's not 100% worthless. It's just
Yeah, you put them up on a hill so that everybody can see them, so they know which way to go, like a landmark.
no. You put him in with a bunch of mages and then forget about him, and every once in a while scream at him for innovating himself instead of a healer. That's his job. Sitting there and make the mages look better, and don't use your innovate on yourself. You better give it to a healer, or you're in trouble.
Here's your macro. Here's your macro for your innervate. Target / healer.
Pretty much.
Alright, well I'm gonna jump back on my computer and start rocking it here, so
Alrighty.
start leveling.
Alrighty, my man. Try to get it so you can talk to through Discord on your PC, so you can chill when you're handling your PC stuff.
Oh, I have it set up over there now for that.
Okay.
I have my desk. I was on my desk computer right now. It's got the 2.3-inch monitors. Plus, I got you on my phone.
Okay.
And then that way I can just watch a lot of stuff. I'm going over to my other laptop that I got hooked up to my TV now. So I have my laptop beside my couch, and then I got the TV there in front of it, and I just pop the recliner, pull the keyboard, extended keyboard on my lap, and remote control mouse. And, my monitor is the TV. Unfortunately, the TV is smaller than it used to be. As I broke the old one.
You broke the old TV?
Yeah.
Rage moment.
Yeah, I threw my headset
Oh, rip.
off my head, and it just caught the bottom right corner of the screen, just nicked it,
Oof.
and I watched it go all the way across. Like,
Alright, Mikhail, I'll do just that. Apparently the game sounds are taking you over, so let me go into the system and turn the game sounds down some. Let's see. Alright, give me a sound test if you don't mind there, Don. Tell me how...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now the translation wasn't intended. That was real time, and that's some really high-tech technology right there, guys. So, you know, that's for our Spanish viewers out there.
Yes.
Because
And
we
for
aim to
those
please.
Japanese
No,
viewers,
it's C.
Ichi, song, chi, go, yo. Something else.
Huh.
Else.
Very good.
For German, ein Schwein.
What?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know how to count in German.
Only word I knew.
French is, I know French is un, deux, trois, and then I have no.
That sounds like an insult. You do it, twat. Right?
Yeah,
That's
the
not
only
like you
German I
calling
know
somebody
is
a
Du bist
twat.
ein Schweinhund.
Only German word I know is how to say blacksmith, and that's Blackschmied.
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 Yeah.
How's that, by the way, Miguel? Was that better?
He's probably covered his ears now.
This is Rosetta Stone teaching everybody how to count in other languages, man. They should be grateful.
He's like, put it back. Game sound up.
Inventory is full.
What?
So I gave up on those add-ons
I can't carry anymore.
Which ones?
because they don't work. They don't work with retail. Retail is the site I used to get them from. I don't know. I'm just not installing them right. So
I wouldn't, like I've mentioned, I wouldn't dink around with it personally. I mean, because they're not essential to have right at the beginning.
Inventory is full.
I feel like it's gonna be way more important to get it in a little later. Like, first things first, let's get past the masses, let's get in there and level up. As we're getting higher level and we got a good, solid, little padded head start or whatever, then we can look into some of that or whatnot, but other than that, I'm not stressing over it.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
No worries, Mikhail, I appreciate it. Eins, zwei, drei. I think he's trying to respond to you in Germanish. Germanishes. I don't know.
What brings you here?
it reminds me of a Polish joke.
Oh Lord.
Farewell.
You wish to speak?
How many pull-ups does it take to change a light bulb?
Meathead.
101. 1 to hold the light bulb, and 100 to pick up and rotate the house.
Just the thing for you.
Saw that one coming, sort of.
Walk with the Earth Mother. Hail. Ancestors watch over you.
Ah, I've been expecting you. We shall meet again.
Ah, I've been expecting you. Go in peace. Hail. Winds be at your
Jeez, almost level 6. Going straight out of the newbie town.
peace, friend.
ideal start would be nice, but like I said, it's not something I'm counting on.
Looking for something special? Walk with the Earth Mother. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that daggum far. Okay, it's fine.
I need to get closer.
Great.
Wow, I did not realize it was that late.
How late is it?
8:30.
Hmm.
Probably 11:30 your time.
I didn't realize it was that late either. So Jelly have a level 1 starting zone. Yeah, what up, Snardo? I know, man, a lot of people wish they'd have gotten a beta key. You're not the only one. I mean, we'll all be playing it right there together, my brother, come August 1st. At least I hope to see you there. We're still going to be putting together a wicked good guild if you're really interested in that kind of thing. A raiding PvP
August
guild.
1st?
No, not August 1st. August 25th. Did I say August 1st?
You sure did, man. You got me all excited.
Oh,
I'm like, whoa, you know something I don't know what's going
hashtag
on.
get wrecked is what I meant to say. No, we're gonna all be there together. Come August is what I think I meant to say, but it'll be August 25th in the Americas, or 26th, 26th I think, in the Americas, late night, and then in overseas it's August 27th, but that's just because it's releasing all at the same time, and those guys are time travelers, they stay a little ahead of us. That's all. Now is the part where I need to intentionally die, and that always feels cringy to do, but, you know, let me see how much experience I can get while I'm literally just intentionally dying here.
Can you imagine how sad it would be if we get it off by a day and we come in a day late?
No, I'm gonna be in there like every daggum day checking too. I'm still checking the forums several times a day on the off chance that they decide to do an slightly earlier release, you know? Which I still kind of hope they do, but obviously they're not gonna.
Well, I think they should say everybody that has an account that started in 2004, they should get an early start.
Nah, they're not gonna do something like that. The amount of
I
hate
would
that
like
would
that.
generate. Oh, I'm sure you and several other people from 2004 would love that, but that's just way too
There
much
wasn't that
hate.
many of us in 2004.
Yeah, I guess not.
I mean, I don't even know if they got to 1 million in 2004. Maybe.
Maybe.
Because they had EverQuest was a big,
And Ultima
big
Online.
behind.
Yeah.
And Ultima Online. Dark Age account was pretty much dead. And then Galaxies was really going. Galaxies had.
I don't know. Dark Age of Camelot still had a pretty solid player base.
Huh?
2004,
There you go.
DAOC still had a decent player base. They had the diehard fan base, which was still pretty solid.
Guide you.
Yeah.
There we go. The intentional death, and it still hurts me to do it. I don't like to intentionally die, but, you know, it is what it is. Whoa, Nathan! What's going on? Where you been, Nathan? Thank you for coming in here with the donation, but where you been at, bro?
Goodbye.
We missed you.
How may I
That's
aid you?
wicked awesome of you guys. Thank you so much, for real. Both you and Don have been really helping out the channel a bunch. Thank you guys so much. I just, y'all gonna get me turning into a marshmallow here. I really appreciate you guys helping to keep the lights on. Which I can't help but wonder if maybe the lighting would be better if I turned that off.
Greetings. Go in peace. Well met.
I don't know.
Winds be at your back.
How you been, Nathan? Holy moly, Don. Don,
Well met.
that's painful.
Oh, I didn't mute myself.
No,
May
Sorry.
do not believe so. That was some
Greetings.
serious crinkle. Did you just open like a corked bottle of wine with your phone? That's sort of what it sounded like.
Hail. Farewell.
How may I aid you?
Dude, I just fell off my couch laughing after that comment.
Is that what you did, though? I mean, it sounded like a corked bottle of wine, like the thunk sound when you pull a cork out. And I'm like, did he pull that out with his phone? Dadgum, this man got some bad skills. And then, like right now, the phone is definitely inside a package of Cheetos. No, fiery hot Doritos.
We shall.
I can tell. I know these things. I'm a fat man. I didn't know you liked some fiery hot Doritos.
If you guess what I'm eating right now, I'll give you $1 million.
All right. Oh my god, if I guess this. No, he ain't got $1 million to give. Veggie sticks. Yes.
I give you 100 million, dude. There's no way you'll even get close.
Not the veggie straws? Okay. Hang on. Let me think.
It has something to do with chocolate.
Cocoa covered coconut chips.
No, it's more in the shape of a candy bar.
Son of a daggum. You were all quiet. I'm like, I just became $100 million. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. No, candy bar. I'll tell you there's one that I like, and now that we've been getting on like a more healthy kick, I went and got some from the store today, trying to get a little bit healthier. And it's I think it's Kellogg's or Circle K's peanut protein bar. It's sort of like a Snickers, but not really. Oh, son of a... I forgot the skinning knife, like a big dum-dum. Huge efficiency waste right here. I got busy talking. Fuego Takis, Nathan says, what up, Ren? You rock! I think I need to start doing that, like every time he comes in here. See, I didn't even get this quest either. I got real distracted. That's bad. I think every time he comes in here and does the you rock, I think I should start doing that. Now, what did I come here for? The knife. Crap, I can't afford the knife. Maybe I can afford the knife. It's gonna be close. We're time travelers.
Is it wrong that I've watched this PvP video 12 times already?
Dadgum.
Greetings, traveler.
Trying to
I'm
watch
gonna go with
what
yes.
he's doing for rotation. How he's doing each little attack. It's just pretty crazy what he's doing.
I'm gonna stick with yes on this.
I
Feels
have
like the
just
right
thing
answer.
for you. Be careful.
Feels right. No, it's not wrong. I mean, studying your opponents or whatever, that's a very valid strategy. And in this case, not opponents, but studying to make sure that you have certain things down pat and can do things better. Or you take someone else's strategy and adapt it to your own. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, I gotta say, Don, I know I'm gonna catch lots of hell. So far, I haven't caught much, but I also haven't seen a whole lot of new people pouring into the chat or whatnot because of YouTube, how that tends to be. But since we were talking about getting into a healthier kick and just chilling and being able to talk a little bit about the weight, and this is kind of stuff that I don't like very much talking about because it's like a sensitive subject, I decided to reactivate the webcam, even though I'm, obviously I'm a big old fatty, but I'm going to be working on losing some of that weight. So, I credit at
That's
least
awesome, dude.
partially that to you. Trying to get back
Well.
into a more healthy lifestyle. I mean, not that it was super unhealthy to begin with, just being so sedentary. My wife and I are going for walks every day and whatnot now, and I'm trying to kick off some of this weight. I've lost a little bit of weight, but I'm going to try to kick it off a little faster, despite
Right.
getting ready to go like super glued to World of Warcraft. Still going to be working on losing some weight. 5 viewers, 2 likes. Come on, people. A like is the cost of admission. Only if you really like the content, though. Thank you, Nathan, man. I appreciate you being the cheerleader out there. I'll get you some pom-poms. Very cheap ones. As in, I'm not buying any pom-poms. I will, however, lend you 2 tissues if you come over. I've got them sitting right in front of the webcam, actually. 2 tissues. They work well as pom-poms. Sort of. I can even get them colored for you. My son loves to color. Not tonight, though. He already went to bed. If you guys are really, really loving the stream, I mean, I know that some of you guys are, because, I mean, some of you guys come in here and help to keep the lights on, literally spending your hard-earned money, or not hard-earned money. I don't know how hard you guys try to earn your money, but I'm gonna assume most of you guys have a hard time with it. Not too many of you guys have like really, really, really rich dead great Aunt Susans or whatever. So anyway, spending you guys' hard-earned money, if you know what I'm saying, to help keep the lights on. I appreciate that so much. And sometimes I'll see people come in saying, you don't get nearly enough views. Now, it's true, I don't really stress over the views, but if people feel so good about it that they want to take it into other chats or Facebook or Reddit or whatever and post a link, that's wicked cool, but you certainly don't have to. But I know a couple of guys have done that, and that's, to me, that's pretty amazing, because that's, right now, with how YouTube's algorithm goes, that's about the only way we reach new people, is through things like that, because, thank you, YouTube, that's why. Hey, baby.
Give me your monies.
Give me my... Oh, Nathan just gave us $1.
Yay!
Yeah, and now for whatever reason, because the light's a little different, now the webcam can see the blue in my shirt. I don't know.
Maybe you stop being a little bitch.
Maybe I what? Oh. My wife loves me. She's calling me gay or a little bitch pretty much every day, but that's love. That's love. I married my best friend, who insults me every day. I spend my wife's money. Thank you, Nathan. Oh. Make sure your wife or mother's okay with you guys borrowing the credit card or whatever the case may be. Oh. So what color, you guys? I need to make this like in the voting channel on Discord. What color should I go with my beard?
You gotta go Bluebeard.
Bluebeard? I'm gonna have to.
Cool.
I gotta. Yeah, blue's my favorite color, but I gotta find a blue that's not gonna get chroma keyed out from my green screen. Because I literally have like a green curtain that we hung up in the back here, and then, I mean, I'd do the whole green screen thing, and you can see my chroma keys all kinds of messed up right now because of the lighting is different in the room than it normally is. So it has no idea what the heck to even do with me. One of our lights burnt out, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason. See, look, honey. See how it's kind of fuzzy in the back now? Platinum blonde? You're not the only one who has said that, Jen. Who was it earlier today said that I should do that?
There.
Who? Platinum blonde. Oh, now my shirt's invisible again.
You're welcome. 'Cause 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 'c
Didn't even have to look over there to know I killed him. Still not looking over there. I'm playing off of the stream. God, this feels weird to do. Okay, I'm looking back over at my screen now. I'm gonna give myself like what? Go red or purple dime bag style? I don't know what dime bag style is. I know what it means in terms of the good old Mary Jane, but there's a style for that? Are you trying to get me to like tuck little baggies of marijuana in my beard? Is that what's going on here?
I know what your next
Next what? Oh, yeah, if we get, how many was it?
Which one? I know which one.
Are you picking in my ear?
Yes. I think you have.
Feels good, whatever. Is it a scab? Feels like a scab.
No,
Or dead skin.
Ew.
Anyway, that's what all you guys come here for. That's top crotch quality content right there. Are you still picking in my ear? Get out of my ear.
I'm looking to see what's
No.
there.
No,
Is that
I don't want you
spider?
going. What? No. Oh, that ain't funny. I'm putting my ear cup back on.
Your ear cup?
Cup.
Ear cup. That's called an ear cup?
Yes, I think. Dimebag Darnell from Pantera. Send me a picture of that in Discord, cause what? Or who, rather?
Pantera. Isn't that rock band or something?
I have no idea. Alright, so we're 1 hour in. We're level 6.5 now. This feels like a pretty freaking sweet run. But again, this just is too ideal. There's no way I'm gonna get a run this good on launch day.
Anyway.
There's just no way.
I feel that I was saying something I forgot what.
Sounds like you. You could say, hello, everybody.
That wouldn't be me though.
Yes, it would be you.
Hi, Jen!
Is she even there? Oh, she is there. That's right. She's the one who suggested platinum blonde. Why platinum blonde, Jen? Do you think that would look good on me? I don't know that platinum blonde would look good on me. I think that would look too skin colored, right? It would look
No.
really weird.
Platinum blonde is like a, you know, the silver gray hair kind of thing.
Well, with the webcam, that's sort of, it would be really bright. What up, Trinity? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Doing good, Jen. How about you? I think.
You're rethinking our friendship
I
name?
really think
Send me a link.
something like this.
My wife says I should go with something like this. I don't know if you guys can see this. No, here, put that. Put up. I don't think they can see that. Put it up there for them. Or send me a link and I'll display cap it.
Hold on.
Pink. That's I joke around. Like it started out as a joke in the house, right? Like I told my wife, I'm gonna dye my beard, and she goes, and I'm like, what? You'd be bothered by that? She goes, no, that'd be funny. You should go for it. Oh Lord, that looks. My wife wants me to do something like that, like a fade out. And so I told my family, I'm like, we were over there watching The Exorcism of Emily Rose yesterday. My mom likes stuff like that. Oh, that's awesome, Nathan. So how is she watching? So we were over there watching a spooky movie, and to me, that's like the scariest movie. Like, I've seen some scary movies, and they don't bother me or whatever, but that one bugs the heck out of me, because that one terrifies me on the chance, you know, the belief that that could happen, you know? That's freaky to me. At either rate. So I made this joke over there. I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking about dyeing my beard. And Mom and Dad both look at me like, what? I said, yeah. What do you think? And then I didn't expect this from Mom, but Mom goes, yeah, you ought to dye it pink. I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah, pink. You think about it. You know, you can promote cancer awareness. You've got your recently born niece who's got Down syndrome. You could create awareness and do all kinds of good with that. And I'm like, oh, that's a good point. But, yeah, see, that's pretty. I like that. Oh, that's purple.
Yes.
No, it looked blue to me. But then I'm like, you know, that's a good idea. I could promote awareness and all that jazz. Or when I'm going into Walmart, that big hick guy looks at me and starts going, you know, doing the eyebrows and everything at me, and he goes, that boy right there's got a pretty mouth. And I don't know that I want that kind of attention, so I don't know. I like that green too, but you know we can't go with green because of the chroma, the green screen. Then I would like have a hole in my neck. That would look weird, I think. Pretty weird. I like the dog and fox and dragon emojis. Show him that one. But see, that one is with a mustache. I don't have an impressive... Oh my god, the mustache must be green. Imagine the mustache being green there, folks.
No, it's a blue actually.
Oh, well, the chroma key's
Blue.
got it. Oh yeah, you're right. Bluish green.
No, it's like a. Well, you know your shirt's.
So I never thought it would be this much work when I made a joke about dyeing a beard. See, that's a really pretty blue, but I bet the chroma key's gonna get rid of that. Take a look. Yeah. Oh, wow. No, actually, it sort of shows it.
Maybe.
Like, I like blue. Try turning it sideways a little bit. Like,
Sideways.
yeah, like,
Can't carry anymore.
yes, like
No,
sideways.
sideways makes it tiny.
Ah! I come back looking like a daggum tomato. So like myself.
All you do is do this.
That looks like that would take a lot of work. Just-
Hubster needs to do this.
Do something like that with my beard. Blue's my favorite color. I would need to be able to find a blue though that like works for the chroma key. Are you calling me a tomato, Trinity? Trinity, are you calling me a tomato? How long has the beta been? It's been since... Oh, jeez. April...
6 weeks, maybe.
What was it?
That was May something.
May, yeah. The end of May, like May 27th or something.
You should thoroughly
Yeah,
do this.
20.
It's basically gonna be 2 months is like the total amount of time, somewhere in that,
It's
what?
too far away.
That's shaved.
You should thoroughly do this.
The hair? Oh, I don't have enough hair for that. That's real funny, honey. How has it been? Oh, it's been great, Snurdo. It's been absolutely wonderful. Like, the community has been excellent. It's nice getting to see the game having a community again. I am super stoked. Like, a lot of people have been, oh, you think you want it, but you don't. You don't want, you know, you think you want Classic. Yeah, I'm like, heck yes, I think I want Classic. And then I jumped on Classic. I'm like, guess what? I was right. Hey, that's really cool looking, actually. Yellow, too. Maybe we ought to do something like that. But see, that also requires the, it doesn't show the blue. What do you guys think of something like that? Mechanics and gameplay. Compared to 04, there's definitely some differences. There's definitely some differences compared to 04. For example...
always do this one.
Oh, God. No, get that out of here. What are you even talking about? Ha, ha, ha.
Hubster should do that one.
I don't even like orange. Which is ironic, because my face is basically orange right now.
I like this one.
I like green. It's a dang shame that, like, I can't get a green that would work with the chroma key, you
No,
know?
I did see
Can
a
you elaborate?
cell phone.
Oh, it's all right. Let me put it like this, Nerdo. It's gonna be a huge challenge compared to retail. It is. Now, if you're looking for that authentic vanilla level challenge, you probably won't find that as Nerdo, thank you for following us on Twitch. You rock. You probably won't find that as well to your nostalgia as you would like. 100% honest with you. It's just because back then, one, no one knew what the heck we were doing. We didn't. Everyone wants to say, oh yeah, I knew exactly. No one really knew what they were doing. And a lot of the classes were not hammered out right. Like druids back then, oh, they were a mess. They were an ugly, fugly mess of skills and talents that totally did not mesh well together. Do highlights, warm autumn colors, and deep burgundies. Actually, that's a pretty cool idea. Send me some colors, Jen. Give me these. Orange? No! I'm not dyeing my beard orange. You guys? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Here's the way we'll do it. Whoever wants to pay my next electricity bill. That's how we'll determine. No, I'm kidding. Your
beard kind of looks orange already. Honestly.
I know, it sort of looks orange right now. Looks like I'm a ginger. Whoever wants to donate my next electricity bill gets to choose the color. Except orange. You know what? Even orange. No, not orange. I take it back. I don't like orange.
Inventory is full.
Your mustache needs work.
My mustache needs work? How does my mustache need work?
It's
How much is it? How much is our next electricity bill? It's like
I don't know.
$2.24 or something, isn't it?
something.
$2 something. I don't know. As it is, we already owe them, what, like $600? Because we've been paying the minimum that they'll accept and keep the electricity on, so we're honestly racking up a bill. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good, folks. It's not a good... I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, but this is just what we have to do, because my wife has just now got a job, so freaking amazing for that, but we won't get the first, I know it's not... I hope no one's too uncomfortable with me sharing all this information. I mean, I'm a kind of an open book. Anyway, until September, we won't see any of that, so we're still trying to make it to September.
May the eternal sun shine.
You've been there? Yeah, no, amen to that. Like, it's rough, but I don't know why I say this. It's not going to sound stupid and really cheesy. There's nothing I'd rather be doing other than I get to spend time with my family, which I'm very grateful for. In fact, the doctors say I should be grateful for, like, every day that I'm here, because I should be dead. According to how I landed on my head and whatnot. Which accounts to why I'm so dumb. No, anyway. Yeah, so I'm fortunate I get to spend time with my family.
I can confirm.
My wife was there when it happened. I mean, all I remember is, like, I remember when I got hit with the crane, and then, like, I remember, it all happened so fast, so I don't really have very good memories of it, but I remember hearing a really loud, oh shit, or something like that, and that came from the boss who was messing with the crane, and then I remember hearing my wife scream, and apparently, see, I don't remember actually landing, I don't remember the hit, I don't really remember rolling off of the catwalk onto the next layer, and then standing back up or kind of leaning back up because my ankle was busted too, so I didn't really stand up. I don't remember any of that, but I remember you screaming.
No, I didn't scream. You screamed.
Oh, I screamed?
Yes. No, it was like.
Oh, Trinity, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. You rock.
Okay, the minimum they will take is 196.40.
Oh, there you go. 196.40 is the minimum this month. What's that gonna leave us owing them? What are we gonna be up to? Like 600? Huh?
How about 300?
Oh, wait, how is it that low? Oh, did we make a pay? Okay, no. There's the past due, honey. Almost 500.
Yes. But if you pay 196 minus 500 is what?
Oh, okay. Well, we're better off than I thought we were. Hell yeah. We could all scream for ice cream? Yes, but what flavor, Snurdo? What flavor? It's very important. This is how I know whether you're a true fat man at heart.
The winds guide
I don't know
you.
why that's a good thing, but you know, this is how I know.
Shine upon me.
So we are now at 1 hour, 8 minutes, according to the egg timer that you guys cannot see, so no proof. Vanilla? Okay, you know what? I'll give you that just because of what I'm playing. That was sneaky. He snuck that one in there. Snurdo, I'm proud of you, man. That was good. Okay. Vanilla's not my favorite flavor of ice cream, but I will give you that. That was very tight. Okay, that was very good. He snuck that one in there. Vanilla, obviously. Come on, Hubster. Duh. Like, he snuck it in there so sly, too. He was like, freaking, duh. Vanilla, the flavor that matters. Hello? You know, no. I would have also accepted Rocky Road, because that's my favorite flavor. Fudge Brownie, because that's my second favorite. I love chocolate, man. I do. I deserve to be a fat man, even though I honestly was actually really good looking before I got busted up. You know, here. I found it the other day. Let me show you guys.
Very modest too.
Oh, I'm the most modest. You guys don't even know.
The most modest?
Yes.
You will win the most modest modesty contest.
What?
You will win the most modest modesty contest.
Obviously. Here, let me pull this up for you guys. I got to show some nipplage, which Twitch is not particularly thrilled about. Where
You
is...
showing your nipplage?
Yes. With no nipple tassels either. Display capture. Here you go, guys. Where is it? This is me before I got injured, right? Yeah. You like that, don't you?
Would you cover those?
Oh, my bad. There. That's me. That's me before I got injured, alright? So, after I got injured, I got all... It wasn't fun. Hang on, let me see. Is this where I have that other picture saved? Real quick. I hope it's in here. I don't know if it's in here. I'm looking for the Calm Your Tits picture. I don't think it's in here.
Yeah, it's kind of late already. Too late.
Yeah. I need to have, like, these set up on, like, some keys or something. Oh, screw it. It's too late. Too late to be funny now. Let me get back to my windows, get them set up the way I like them again. There we go. Mint chip. Oh. Ugh. My sister likes that ice cream, and I like you, Jen. You know I like you. But your flavor ice cream? No. No, not so much. Cookie two-step favorite flavor aside from vanilla? What's cookie two-step? Is that like cookies and cream? Is that what that is? I haven't heard of cookie two-step. Explain that one to me, Snurdo. And I hope I'm saying your name right.
Be careful.
If I'm not, then... Oops. Alright, I need to get... Kuga.
I need to make an appointment with the toilet. What?
Okay. Well, so ladylike, too. I married my best friend. She is literally an open book, too. Not something I expect to hear coming out of a lady's mouth. I need to go make an appointment with the toilet. Oh, my bad. Hang on. Got to be daintier than that. Alright, chocolate chip cookie dough. Oh, okay. What, honey? You're taking a poop.
It's too
Oh,
far
well.
away.
You wanted me to know?
I'm out of range.
So there it is. Proof's in the pudding, guys. Women really do take craps. So that you guys know. It happens. It's a real thing. Jen, I don't like mint chocolate chip, even though I've never tried it. It just sounds meh. Alright, come on, Trinity. Here we go. First off, you're right. It's not a good flavor of ice cream. Second off, come on now. You can't knock something before you try it. It's like when my wife first wanted me to try Indian food, right? And I'm telling her myself, I'm going to get another big old I told you so for this one. But for the longest time, and it's not so much that I don't like trying things, because I'm all about trying new stuff. But I didn't want to go out and waste a meal, so to speak, on something I wouldn't enjoy. I wouldn't enjoy eating. You know, obviously, I was a dumb kid. I started smoking way too early. Don't do that. In fact, you shouldn't smoke at all. And then I quit. You know, stopped being a dumb kid at this age, at 15. That should tell you something. I stopped being stupid at 15 years old. Now that I'll leave it to your imagination to wonder how dumb I was that at 15 I would wise up and quit. I wasn't even in double digits. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, so I was a dumb kid. And so I like food is where I'm trying to go with this, right? Grass for the win. Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to it now either. I wouldn't probably do it at the moment, even though one of my doctors kind of jokingly mentioned it for the pain issues after the injuries. So I'm trying like CBD oil or whatever that doesn't give you the fun part of MJ, but still is supposed to help with the pain. Doesn't seem to be doing much, to be honest with you. Maybe it's helping a little. I don't know. Anyway, point is, the whole point I was trying to make with all that is I like to eat. It's true. But beforehand, before I got all busted up and much less active, I would also burn off what I ate, which is basically what stopped when I became sedentary and sat in the chair most of the time and, you know, didn't get out of the bed in the mornings anymore because just didn't feel like it or whatever else. I mean, that's sedentary lifestyle is very unhealthy lifestyle. So don't do that, guys and girls.
Yeah. Well, I did the same thing when I got hurt. I was trying to rest up for a couple years. I figured I'd just take it easy and I gained over 100 pounds.
Oh, those are rookie numbers, son. I gained like
that's still a lot of weight.
165 or something. Like a little bit. No, it was around 165. I went from 240 to over 400. Not a little bit over 400 either. And I'm coming back down off of that, but I still don't like to talk about it because it's an embarrassing, kind of shameful thing. Anyway, point is, I like food, and I didn't want to waste a meal. Thank you, Nathan! Hang on, he sent a message with that too. Let's see. Trinity, Monica, wife, and I love the streams. Thank you so much, Nathan, Monica, and Trinity. Really do appreciate your donations, man. That means a bunch. Yeah, Snerdo, I mean, it's huge. I love food. But see, the thing is, my wife kept wanting me to try Indian food. The whole point I'm trying to make, this is to Trinity. Don't knock it before you try it. Because finally I gave in and I go, alright, fine. We're going to go out to eat. And this is back when I was working and I was making good money when I worked for South Carolina. I was making over $6,000 a month. And, you know, for down here where you can buy a decent house for $30,000 to $50,000, that's not bad money for over here in South Carolina. I mean, you can buy a pretty solid house, like a nice house for $50,000, $60,000 for a pretty decent house. It's honestly kind of cheap, at least where I live. It's a small town though. I mean, different areas of South Carolina, different strokes, different folks, that whole 9 yards. Some places are more expensive. Point is, so we were going out to eat, and I was like, fine, you know what, whatever, you win, honey, we'll go try Indian food. And I ordered chicken tikka masala. Hang on, I gotta say that a little differently because wait. Yeah, you're right. She ordered it. And I gotta say it differently because this stuff you just don't understand unless you say it right. Chicken tikka masala. Alright, now that I've said it right, what that is butter chicken, and it's delicious. And it's now, even to this day, still one of my favorite foods. It's so freaking amazing. It's great. Try it. Hate curry? It's not curry. Snerdo. Chicken tikka masala is very not curry. Although I do like curry too, but not near as much. but try chicken tikka masala. It's very light on the hot spice. You can get it, you can ask for it spicy, but I didn't want it spicy the first time, and it was amazing. Like, it's really
Who's
good.
your favorite curry?
My favorite curry?
Seth or Steph?
What? Oh, ha! Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good one, Dad. I'm kidding. And Indian food has a lot of curry. There is a lot of curry in Indian food, but it depends on like what kind of Indian food you want. Like I said, there's chicken tikka masala, there's lamb dishes, there's chickpea dishes, there's what's that thing we just bought today? Samosas, which is potato and peas and chickpea and pastry, and that's really good. It's actually a vegan dish, and it's delicious. And it's healthy too, sort of. I guess probably a little fattening, but it's really good. What's that other thing that we used to get that was fried?
Spinach or cauliflower?
Was it fried cauliflower? It was like crunchy a little bit. It was
like
really good.
patties, but I don't remember what they
Anyway, those were good too. We used to know what they were called. Lamb, yeah. Tim is my favorite curry. Dadgummit, Nathan. Tim curry. Okay. So sexy, I feel like I need to throw another single at you. I'll tell you what, my wife's going to have to get the nipple tassels out. We made a joke about this once, about her like knitting me some nipple tassels, and okay, that's the last time I'm doing that. I'm sorry. I just chased off like 4 viewers right there. Just, this motion. Oh shit, there went the other 4.
Alright, well, I'll be talking to you later. Gotta go.
Yeah, see? And my standby guy, he left. He's always standing by me too, but now he's gone. I need like a really sad theme. Hang on, let me see what I can pull up. I need something sad to just play in the background when all that happens.
Pull up a Sting song.
No.
Even Jen left.
Sitting
Why
exactly
do they
sad.
do this?
Sitting exactly sad. It
They
sounds
buy-
kind of nice.
They buy out all the iron bores on the whole auction house. Bastards. We just put them on and had no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, it's great sad face. Thank you. You're in retail right now?
Oh yeah, I'm leveling up engineering to 290
Yeah.
in about 30 minutes. Getting my resources. Mithril.
I love music. Y'all on Discord? Yes. And you can join in Discord too, if you want. Type in !Discord. And Twitch. And YouTube, my Nightbot got lazy and stopped working, and I need to figure out how to fix it, but I haven't yet. So, for those of you in YouTube, get wrecked. Or, I mean, if you want to join and you're on YouTube, I'll get you a link. Here, let me turn this down. How's that music, guys? Is that good, bad, indifferent, ugly, too much, too loud, not loud enough? I don't normally rock too much in the way of music on the streams, but I have done this beginner run about a little over a dozen times now, getting practice for this. So a little bit of music's not going to hurt anything, I don't think. But yeah, you guys are welcome to join in Discord. That's to everybody. We're a community. As long as you stay positive and everything. That SAG song is faded! Yes! Trinity, she knows what's up! Alright, hang on. Alright, so you know it faded. Hang on. I'm gonna give you a tough one. We gotta find a hard one. One that I like that's also hard. Oh, here we go. Let me turn it up a little bit. If you guess this, I'll give your dad his dollar back. I'm not gonna give your dad his dollar back, I'm sorry. Disclaimer, I'm not gonna actually do that. But I will Give him a gold in game someday when we're playing together. Yes.
Oh,
A gold.
you don't even have a gold.
Someday, I said. It's an IOU format right now. See, Trinity, you could be earning your dad big bucks right now. A gold is 10,000 copper, thank you very much.
There's also a gold.
Okay, somebody just sold 146 rune cloth for 6 silver each.
That's crazy low, it feels like.
Yeah, and
Still, it comes out to be a huge amount.
Well,
That would be me.
I've honestly been having so much fun with this, just chilling with you guys. I've been doing a really bad job at the speedrun. I was good up until about an hour. Can you add me? You can join in yourself, Snerdo. We're in streaming room 3. Just left click on it. Unless you're on your phone, in which case, like, headbutt your phone until it gets you to the right channel or something. I don't really know phones anymore. I can't afford a cell phone, so we don't have a cell phone. I feel so destitute saying all this crap. Like, hey, we're barely keeping the lights on, and our cell phone is a track phone, literally, that we keep 300 minutes on until it gets low, and then we go refill it. I'm on the app. Alright, scroll down on the left-hand side. What is the left-hand? Over there, left-hand side of Discord, scroll down till you see Streaming Room 3. It says unlocked, and you can join in on your own. I'm sorry, I've never heard the song, but it's good, ain't it? You can't tell me this isn't good. If you're not nodding your head or tapping your foot or something, something's wrong with you. The music just ain't in you if you're not enjoying this song. What's going on, Snerdo? Hang on, let me turn the song down so I can hear you a little better. Or turn you up.
Whichever.
There. This is how much I care deeply for you. I just turned that song way down.
You don't need to turn it down. I muted the Twitch so I'm not hearing you twice.
Well, good deal. My point is I turned it down so I could hear you.
Oh, got you.
You're welcome. It is good though, right, Trinity? You like that, huh? It's
So
good
I
stuff.
guess whether or not I unfollow you depends on whether or not you plan on playing PvP or PvE.
Oh,
There's only one-
PvP
There's
all
only
the
one
way.
right answer.
PvP all the way. If you were gonna say PvP, I was gonna tell you to get out.
See, the correct answer is World PvP. No.
Yes, no, you're 100% on that. What are you talking about? Battlegrounds, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed them or whatever, but I hated them in the long run because of what they did to World PvP. World PvP
No, I mean-
is where it's at.
I hate to say it, I have like such a deep-seated hate for the Alliance that the first thing I'm gonna do is level up engineering so that way I can build explodable sheep, and I'm gonna go to like Elven Forest and go to the level 1 starting zone. I'm gonna go invisible and I'm gonna put an explodable sheep out next to me, and I'm gonna round about mobs until somebody hits it with an AoE spell and then flags them at level 1, and then I'm gonna camp them until they decide to stop playing this game or switch sides. Either or.
That's horrible. No, don't do that. Don't. All right.
And I'll be right next to him.
No, you guys, come on. Come on.
I'm already running up Stranglethorn Vale.
I'm sorry. I will be the guy that like walks into Stormwind and kills you while you're reading your mail, and you're like, what's
I
happening?
mean, I would do that too, but that's trolly and fun. But here's the thing: kill him once, kill him twice, even maybe 3 times or whatever. But don't corpse camp him and try not to corpse camp. Here's the thing: it's a
just want them-
recreational activity. Don't grief him. Kill him every time you see him. Whatever. I'm not saying don't do that. They are Alliance scum after all. It's their fault for choosing the wrong side. Where am I even going right now?
And that's why they're gonna die 30 times in their starting zone.
No, don't grief them like that. I
See,
mean,
the first
frankly,
thing-
you can grief them like that. It doesn't really bother me. But
I'll just
I have
wait- I'll
to. I
just
have
wait
to
for
at least
him-
pretend to be sympathetic, alright? So, no,
See,
I'm kidding.
he'll just whisper and be like, "Hey man, why are you camping me?" I'm gonna be like, "Hey man."
No,
you're on
they
the wrong
can't.
side."
Not in Classic. You can't
Yeah,
talk
they
to the
can.
enemy faction. No, they can't.
No. Yes, you can. All you have to do is go make a character on the other side.
You can't.
And not in the same server.
Yep.
Not.
You have to have 2 accounts.
They nix that.
Yeah, in the
You have to have
Classic
2
you could.
accounts.
Yeah, in Classic you could not
Classic,
have a
you should
character on
not.
each side. And in TBC you couldn't have a character on each side. That didn't come into like Kata.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, so you can't talk to the other side. And you can't add them as a BattleNet friend either to talk to them that way. There is no communication.
It's even better, so you're telling me that there's 0 consequences for my camping. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, basically. But, I mean, I'm not advocating that you camp them and be a literal bag of dicks. I'm not trying to say that's what you ought to be. But if you do, hey, man, I ain't gonna stop you either. But I'm saying I personally am not gonna literally ruin someone's life over it or ruin their recreational activity. Am I gonna kill them? Am I gonna kill them indiscriminately? Yes. Am I going to kill them multiple times? Yes. They are my enemies. They are Alliance scum. But I'm not trying to literally make someone rage quit the game and then literally make Blizzard go, you know what? You know, if too many people did that, like if 70% of the population did that, they would regret bringing back Classic, and I'm not about that.
70% of the population who are rogues do that.
I'm old and it's past my bedtime. Alright, see you later, Nathan.
Rogues do it from behind.
The back door.
Yep. Yes, they do.
What classes are y'all gonna be playing?
Druid. For sure. Thank you, Trinity. My character looks as beefy as I do, only I'm beefier in this section.
Undead Rogue? Yeah.
I'm a little beefier right here, and less beefy up here, maybe. I mean, I got some pretty broad shoulders, but I'm a lot beefier in the midriff, if you know what I mean. What is a... nothing, Trinity. It's absolutely nothing. A bag of, sticks. That's what I said. Obviously. Why are you questioning me?
So it's between Rogue, which I played the first go around in vanilla, because it's World of Warcraft, or Mage, or Shaman.
All three of those are good choices.
Yeah, I know. I only want Shaman for the Ghost Look at 20, and of course the reincarnation.
I saw a really funny joke about the Shaman reincarnation. It was, you know, all these classes who have different ways to get out of like high falls. It showed a mage slow falling, and then a druid going, oh crap, turning into a cat, and you know, like walking off, and then a rogue like landing real soft and being like, and then walking off, and then it showed the shaman just, and then reincarnating, and then looking all kinds of ticked off, like he had this expression on his face. But that's, you know, his way to get out of falling damage. I can't do the picture justice. I gotta find it and I'll show it to you one of these days. I've got it somewhere. But last time I went digging for a picture, it took me like 30 minutes to find it. It was ridiculous.
Last time you went digging for a picture, there were nipples on it.
Okay, the time before last time is what I meant to say, obviously. But yes, these are
facts.
Yes, that is a fact. Also, welcome to the Discord.
Thanks.
You gonna come play with us when Classic comes out?
It really depends on where y'all plan on going.
It's gonna be probably either a West or an East Coast server in North America. It depends, because I've got some people in the Netherlands, I've got some Euro friends, I've got some Aussie friends, and I've got a couple of Oceanic friends that want to join us. So it depends on whatever server can offer them a decent ping, like not 400. If I can get it down to like 120 and we'll be playing on like the West Coast, then I'll take that sacrifice. If it's on the East Coast, then freaking amazing, because that's where I'm at. But whatever allows all my overseas guys to be able to join in and not have to suffer with a huge ping, at least the lowest ping possible for them.
So I don't know if it's possible, and I only say that because my first ever job was running a computer light center at the time that World of Warcraft
was a good one, Nathan.
Came out.
I really started to feel a little awkward there.
So we got a large group of people.
Thank you, Trinity. I enjoyed having you here.
That we will be seeing where they land.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
All of us are from Texas, so.
Oh, boo. I mean, I have no problem with that. I loved living in San Antonio. I did not enjoy Houston, though.
Because Houston's a cesspool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guild I'm in for another game. I just found out earlier they're all going to be playing now.
Oh, drag them over here, man. In fact, drag your friends over here. What are you doing, Red? Why is this even a discussion? Just get them over here. We're gonna band together and like Oh, I've got people who are already coming up with detailed strategies about how we're gonna raid Stormwind. Like, we're gonna have warriors drawing out the first guards, and then a bunch of rogues and druids are gonna be sneaking in, slithering past them, and like 1 or 2 warlocks are gonna go darting in as fast as they can, and then die in a dark alley somewhere.
Summon 40 people into the tram.
Hang on, I got this. Wait, we're not done. All right. So then they're gonna die in a dark alley, or say in the little river, the sewer system, or maybe they'll die in like a pantry in an inn or something, and then you get a battle res, of course, and then like you said, start summoning in the raid of 40, 50, however many people, like the whole soul shards start going, summoning them in, and then boom, kick down a closet door and start raiding. It would look like a dang circus car. Can you imagine that? Like the clowns, just a bunch of horde flying out of a freaking closet, start raiding Stormwind from within. But yeah, that's the kind of crap that my buddies are thinking about while I'm sitting here playing and they can't play.
So you know the Dwarven District?
Dwarven District.
And Stormwind.
Yeah, well, not well, but I know what you're talking about.
If you ever played a Toon, you have to run there and deliver some goods.
Yeah, I did.
Or a box or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, as you're going before you go into it, there's the river that goes alongside it.
Where that alligator spawns or whatever, the rare spawn.
Well, I guess like that. But there's a shop on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway down. If you go through to it, there's like a vendor or somebody there to talk to. But there's a door on the backside. You walk straight through, past him. You go out. There's an alley there that doesn't connect to anything. And you go right. You go all the way down there. There's a house. It's 2 stories, and you go up top, and the top, and it has a balcony. We would sneak in, go all the way into that house, and summon everybody freaking there.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Well,
Yeah,
like I said, we're gonna do something like that. There's actually a lot of spots in Stormwind. People don't realize this, but there were a lot of spots you could sneak around to. And like Rad was saying, like what do you want to be called? Snerdo, Rad, or what?
Doesn't matter to me.
Good, because I wasn't gonna remember what it was anyway. But like Snerdo was saying, we're gonna seriously summon them all and go into the tram. And then we're going to be doing some Ironforge raiding, too, because that's pretty much the only way to get an Ironforge is through Stormwind tram.
Two rogues sneak into the tram. 1 warlock rides naked on his free horse into the tram.
It's not quite free, but it's really close.
I mean, basically, you're just paying the cost of the questing. It's like 30 gold compared to 100, so it's basically free. But so that once the warlock's in there, he dies maybe twice getting through the tram. Once he's inside.
Well, if it's just rogues and a warlock, they would have to have like Goblin Cables XL or something. You mean like a druid and a rogue, maybe?
No, why wouldn't you just need 2 rogues and a warlock?
I mean, because how
it
you gonna
doesn't mean he gets in there alive.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you use a druid or 2 rogues or a druid and a rogue. It doesn't really matter. Just the 2
it depends on how many he
only...
dies. Like if he dies twice, because assuming he's got a soul stone up for the first death, the second death, what are you gonna do? Oh, sorry, dude.
You're gonna run back to your body, and we're gonna wait until he gets into the tram. And as soon as he gets into the tram, you're gonna jump into the base of the tram, and then summon 40 people, and then that 40 people is gonna summon 40 people, and then you split. And half of them go to Ironforge, half of them stay at Stormwind. You just shut down transportation, and you stay in there for days. The last time we did it, we shut down transportation for 7 days. I mean, they couldn't do anything.
I've done that before, but not for nearly 7 days. We did it for like 3.5 hours, and then finally we were getting tired of it because they stopped. You know, you just stand there a lot of the time and you're just farting around. Like it was fun.
As soon as we wanted to deuce out, we would just have 20 people go into either Ironforge or Stormwind, and everybody's like, they're going into Stormwind, and everybody would take that long freaking flight point from Ironforge all the way around to freaking Stormwind. And when they were in the air,
it wasn't that long.
It's long enough. It was
like 6 or 8 minutes.
Long enough to run out and actually get into the king room without basically having any, because everybody's in the air basically. Everybody takes the flight point pretty much all at once. There, of course, there's a few mobs in there to clean up, but For the Horde is my favorite event, period.
For the Horde is what?
Is my favorite event, period. Just downing all 3.
Oh,
yep.
What did you get for that?
I also have.
You get a special bear mount. You got to go and But I did it in Kata,
I
or
must
no,
have
in
never.
Lich King. So
mu-
we had to do the one island.
Darnassus or whatever. Teldrassil.
No, the other race. We had the new race.
Oh, not the Pandarans. You mean the Draenei or whatever?
Yeah, Draenei capital. That was a pain.
The Draenei
Really?
capital is the biggest pain, mainly because of the wind down and the getting into it. Everybody getting onto the island on the boat was really, really bad. So
Everybody got
half of the
freaking
group
lost.
half of the group wouldn't make it. You guys know the Iron Forge auction house, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know there's 2 windpipe tunnels right above it,
Yeah.
where the mounts fly through from the middle to go to the outside. We would take 60 druids and 60 rogues and fly into those holes on the right and left side. Just fly straight into the hole and go invisible. Once you have 2 raids there, you
That must have been after TBC then, if you're talking about flying.
It is, because you're flying in Ironforge. And
Yeah.
But when it was rogues had the ability to copy themselves and make another rogue, so you'd have
That must have been
60
after burning, or rather Wrath of the Lich King then, because that wasn't in
It is.
TBC.
No, that was Pandaria.
Yeah. So I
so-
played all through vanilla, and then except for Nax, I quit before Nax because I got tired of how World PvP was gone. And then I
But it's
came
definitely
back.
not a vanilla strat.
Yeah. And then I came back at the beginning of TBC and played through all of it. Basically, after I settled, and I was like, all right, you know what? I miss World of Warcraft, and if I'm gonna be 100% candid and honest with you guys, I was not on the best of times at that point either. That was before I started making big bucks with the job that I had. So I was like, you know what? I was really good at World of Warcraft. I'm gonna go on there and sell gold. Well, unfortunately for me, I got invested into the game again and never actually got to the selling gold part. I just got really good at the game and built a really badass guild, and we did lots of fun crap, which I consider it's a good thing. So I played through all of TBC, and then I never played through Wrath of the Lich King. And I got a buddy of mine who said it was the best expansion, but that was also pretty much the only expansion he really got through in game, because he joined in at the end of TBC. So, in my experience, vanilla was the best, and then TBC was rather enjoyable, but I hated that the arenas were okay, I guess, because it felt a little bit better, a little bit more like what World PvP would sort of be like, those smaller scale fights. Because I loved those just smaller scale fights, 2v2, 1v2, 3v2, I loved all that kind of stuff. Like, that World PvP, to me, was the most fun PvP in the game. Battlegrounds, like I said before, I enjoyed them. Like, first time running the flag, or Alterac Valley that lasts for days. Literally for days. I enjoyed them. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I enjoyed them. They were fun, but they were like the first nail in the coffin to end World PvP. And that was a sad thing for me. I felt like they were fun, but they were also canned PvP, because you knew going into it exactly what to expect. Like, it never got the blood really flowing. When all of a sudden you got cheap shot by a rogue, it's like, oh, okay, here it is. Here comes the gank. Da 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 da. It wasn't as exciting. Like, you're out there trying to quest, you're killing mobs in the world or whatever, and then you hear that cheap shot come out at you, and then, oh gosh, you start to think and start maybe panicking a little bit if you're not really prone to it or used to it, and then you got 2 choices. React quick and outplay them, or die. And it feels good. It feels really good to be able to get away from a gank and survive it. And, you're kind of flipping on the bird as you're running off or whatever, escaping into the sunset. And that feels great. But it feels amazing to take a gank and turn it around on him and win a gank. It's like the best feeling ever, and there's no battleground that can simulate that.
Nope.
Like Torin Mill versus South Shore, that was some epic. That was when they first introduced the honor system. Like in phase 2, it was like, I guess 2.5 months into the game, probably somewhere around then, maybe 3 months. I don't remember exactly, because all these memories are like 15 years old. Let's be honest here, they're not exactly reliable. But like, I loved when the honor system came out. It incentivized PvP, and let's be honest, we were already PvPing anyway, but this time we had a good reason to. The titles or whatever, it was just a cool thing they added. But then they went and ruined it by adding freaking battlegrounds, and I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on battlegrounds if that wasn't very plainly obvious already.
Oh, it totally is. Good dog.
Alright, I gotta go
Alright, Don.
log in at work. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Alright,
Later,
I'll see you in a little bit, brother. But yeah, come play with us, Snurdo, when you can, man. Come be a part of it. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be having some fun. Good old-fashioned classic memories, man.
Like I said, it really depends on what my bros are doing.
Well, get your bros in here. Say, hey, bros, have you guys seen this wicked, awesome, super popular, mega awesome, better than Asmongold level streamer? No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about all that. But, I mean...
Soda Poppin' and Payo put together?
No, Soda Poppin', man, and I got nothing against him. He's a good druid and everything. But he's afraid to duel me. He is. I'm playing on the freaking same server as him, and he wouldn't duel me at the first tournament. He just wouldn't. And I think it was because he was swearing up and down that you could not solo farm the manual crowd pummeler at level 30. He was like, no, it's impossible, da 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 da. I told him, son, look at these. And I'm like pulling out a handful of manual crowd pummelers. I'm like, these were soloed. He's like, how'd you do it? I said, you're gonna have to wait for like everybody else for me to put the video out. And then I did. And he was one of the first guys to watch the stupid thing. It was perfectly doable at 30. It wasn't easy, but it was doable. And he was swearing up and down that it couldn't be done. Also, he didn't know how to hump correctly as a druid. We've got a clip out there from someone on Twitch clipped it at one point, if you go through the clips, of us humping Asmongold after we killed him in PvP. And that was pretty good. Someone actually took that clip and sent it to his Twitter with the tag Asmongold reacts to being humped by a druid. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if he did, but... What up, Shadow? Yes, we're back with another live stream. Is Classic Beta ending? Yes, Vinny. It's ending on the 12th, unfortunately. Blizzard still give out beta invites? No, unfortunately they're not at this point. There's going to be one more stress test, and that anybody who has an active game account time, so in other words a subscribed account, will have access to the stress test coming up on July 25th, 24th, 25th, 26th, somewhere in there. There's a blue post on it on their forums, but everyone will have access to that stress test. It'll be for like a 24-hour stress test, just like the rest of them. Probably caps at level 15, probably, because they didn't say they were increasing the cap on it.
July 25th and 26th will be the last stress test.
There you go, that's the last stress test, 25th and 26th, just verified by our good buddy Snurdo here.
August 13th will be opening day for name creation, up to
Yes,
3
for
characters
character
on a
creation.
single server.
That's right.
And launch will be the 27th, the 26th if you are American stateside.
That's right. It's basic launch time. A lot of people are like, how do Americans get it first? Well, we don't. It's actually the second global launch ever in
just the way the
Blizzard
world
history.
works.
Yeah, it's just that those damn time travelers get, that's all. That's all it is. Just all you damn time travelers out there overseas.
I'm out of range.
You have to
When
wait
the
a
sun
little longer, I
comes
guess.
around, you get it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just trying very hard to decide, knowing all the knowledge that I have now, I want to continue to make it World of Warcraft. I'm pretty sure I do.
It's a tough call. I mean, Rogue is always a solid choice. I know that's one of the things you were talking about you were struggling with. Are you doing a speed run? This started out as a speed run, yes, Shadow, but honestly, we were chilling and having so much fun and cutting jokes that I've been doing pretty bad about it. We're at 1 hour and 30-something minutes, almost level 8, so we slowed way down, just goofing around and having too much fun. But it started as a speed run, yes. Vinny, thank you for subscribing! You rock! What'd you say?
I said he became distracted.
Yes, I did. We were having way too much fun, and there were some nipples involved, and also I want everybody to know that I have super nips. That is not up for discussion. It's a fact.
Facts.
and that's all there was to that. So I was doing a speed run, but I got distracted. That's totally my fault. But we're still having fun with it. I'm ingraining the start into my brain. That's it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here on retail, crying my eyes out.
You poor, poor soul.
Wishing that I could put myself in a freezer like Cartman. Somebody just unfreeze me in like 50 days at launch, because
It's gonna suck!
I find myself just like waking up and like looking at my my watch. It's like 30 minutes later. I'm like, it's only 30 minutes later. There's still 51 days. Are you kidding?
I know, it's gonna suck. Like, when I first read the thing, I'm like, honey, I'm so sad. And she's like, why? I was like, because the beta ends on July 12th. She goes, well, and this is how you know I married my best friend and I have an awesome wife. She goes, that's not a reason to be sad yet. You still got like 10 days of it. Get on there, go have some fun, then be sad when it's done. And I'm like, I love you, honey. Can I have a blowjob? And then she was like, nah, get on the work. She's right next to me. She's giggling about that last bit. That's probably
If you're gonna be sad about anything, you should be sad about them erasing all of your progress.
No, you know what? I'm okay with it.
Right?
But I don't like the 6-week interval that I'm gonna have to wait before I can jump back into it. Like, I'm not very fond of that. But
Yeah, my posting underneath all of that information goes into the WoW website that has all the information for the launches, and stress tests, in the forums. The last one posted is me. This is what Cartman did, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It'd be really cool if Blizzard would just release the launch on a whim.
I know,
let all
I
the
know.
crazy bugs and shit
Like
be there too,
they're
like
not
original
they're
WoW.
not gonna, but I feel like they could, and I kind of
Server
hope they
crashes.
do.
It's not vanilla WoW if we don't have server crashes. I'm just saying.
Oh, there's gonna be 2 hurdles. I don't know why I held up one
Opening
finger.
the AQ gate is gonna be one of them.
No, not even talking about that. AQ's not even gonna be around for the first, like, I don't know, until phase whatever.
I'm just saying, whenever they do go open it up, it's a multi-person thing that they. And last time when we opened up AQ, it crashed the server.
No, what's
How
gonna
many people
the two giant hurdles on day number 1, el numero uno. The 2 giant hurdles are gonna be 1, getting into the server, because hey, let's be honest here, it's Blizzard, right? So they're gonna be expecting thousands or tens of thousands of people. They're gonna be cheapskating it. Let's be honest, man. They're gonna be as few servers as possible that they think they can get away with. You know, expecting maybe top end 10,000 in the 10,000s of players. Now, we know there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of players, potentially millions on day 1. So getting into the server is going to be tough. They said they're vehemently against server login queues, so maybe they won't have server login queues. Maybe it'll just be server crashes and giant lag fests and disconnects. Maybe that's what we'll get to deal with. So getting into the server, that's hurdle number 1. Hurdle number 2 will be getting past the masses, getting out of Mulgore, getting out of what was the damn undead? Splint? No. Tristfall Glades, there's the name. I didn't even have to go to the map. Woohoo! Tristfall Glades and getting out of Duratar before the masses.
Hunters
issue number 2.
and shamans you guys need to be aware of, because as soon as you think you're going to tag a mob, it's going to be concussive shot or frost shock, and it's not going to be
Frost shock they don't get at first. They have the electrical thing. Until level 4 they don't get, I think it's 4 anyway. 4 or 6 or something, they don't have a shock.
Or
so
anyway, you still get it before you leave the main zone, though.
yeah. They get it early.
As soon as
Just
they
like
get the
druids.
shock,
Druids at
they
level
are
4.
bad taggers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Druids.
fucking Moonfire. That shit's
Yep.
stupid.
As soon as it hits level 4,
Ultimate
druids,
tagger.
Yep. The shocks for the shamans and the Moonfire for the druids are the fastest tagging skills in the game. So
And the auto firing for the hunters.
no, it's got travel time.
Oh no, it does. I'm just saying it's quick. It's quicker than you being a rogue or a warrior.
At the very
walking
beginning, that is the fastest
tagging
way
the
to
mobs.
tag.
And, are they going to be leaving? Because I heard that there's some things that have changed. Can you hit escape for me? Is the menu see-through still, or
Yeah.
did it go to parchment? Like
No, it's see-through. No, they're still using, like, even the nameplates. If you're looking at them, if you happen to remember the good old-fashioned vanilla nameplates, then you would recognize that this isn't the same. These frames here.
My second question is
Friend.
grouping up. You guys just need to remember, if you're in a starting zone and you're having trouble, please make a 5 group for the questing, because if someone else tags it, it's the only way to get out. I don't want to say it's the only way to get out of the zone, because it's going to be disparaging to say that, but by grouping up with a group of 5 people, your tag chance ability of getting a mob tag for a quest greatly increases.
5-man group's actually a horrible idea, because most of the at least in Mulgore, most of the starting quests are collection quests. And you'll literally out-level the collection quest before you get it for everybody at
The
that
Boar
point.
Kill quest, the Southern Shore
The Boar Kill
Marine
quest is not a Boar Kill quest. It's a Boar Collect Meat and Snout quest. The only kill quests initially in that zone are, in fact, the first kill quest is sharing the land. Right here, Pale Mane Trackers, Skinners, and Poachers. Why did I run back and not finish that?
from Mulgore.
Yep.
I'm talking about for Orgrimmar.
Yeah, okay.
The Valley of Strength. I usually roll either Undead or Orc. Usually, the only time I ever roll Tauren is if I'm going Warrior, and my
Extra
Warrior's
5% health is nice.
Yes, absolutely. My Warrior's name is Pandemonium.
What is the dumbest thing you have... Wait. What is the dumbest thing you have thing in the game? Scene, you mean? I'm confused, Shadow.
Was that your question?
Yeah, revise the question, Shadow. Oh, by the way, if I ever cut you off, Snerdo, it's me talking to chat. Don't ever think, don't ever...
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay, good. What's the dumbest thing that I've done in the game?
Well, I wouldn't really consider it being dumb as much as I consider it I don't know what I would consider it. Just being mind controlled off of the edge of anything is infuriating. So is being feared off of the edge of anything.
I had a buddy of mine, and he was a troll too, so it totally worked out. He was a troll priest, and in Orgrimmar, he would always duel someone right at the Zeppelin, right? Oh, that was great, because I knew every time he started duel, if they ever accepted it, he'd dink around and play with them right up until the Zeppelin starts to move. He'd mind control and jump him off the Zeppelin. Oh, he got so much hate for that.
I hate doing when they do that off the boat in Stranglethorn Vale, because then you're in the water.
Yeah.
And you have to swim back.
Yep, that's literally... Alright, so what's the dumbest thing that I've done?
Define dumb,
Yeah, I've done some dumb things. I've soloed soloed Gadget Zan at 30. I've soloed that elite 5-man quest at level 40, and that was pretty crazy. But I mean, if you like difficulty dumb, that's it. The dumbest thing that I've done as far as PvP, probably tried to challenge 1v1 early on that one of those streamers like Esfin, Ret Paladin, we were both level 30, and he, of course he's got that following, so he had everything super enchanted, all his gear, this, that, or other, and I was just hitting 30, and doing whatever I was doing, I don't know, but I didn't have best in slot yet, and I didn't have everybody and their mother's, brother's, best friend's, cousin's, ex-roommate giving me everything that they could possibly want. So maybe challenging him solo, because I lost that fight, and it wasn't a very close fight. I had him in half, and he tore me apart, basically. Streamer privilege. That's kind of ironic for me to yell, isn't it?
I don't know, the dumbest thing I guess I do every single time is get naked and take the blimp to Gromgal Base Camp and Stranglethorn Vale, and then swim down the coast at level 11, and die a few times, usually, maybe sometimes, it depends, going to Westfall at level 11 and farming the mobs in Moonbrook to get my rogue mask, because it has to happen every single time.
Fair enough. I think my dumbest thing is probably just the multitude of times I've fallen off of something and died.
Because I only say it's dumb, mainly because everybody's stacked up there for dead mines, so by grinding those mobs, you die quite a bit. And the
In fact, I think during like 2 of my tutorials videos, one of them was like how to get the Aquaform quest done. I literally died from falling damage in that video, and I was all just like, you don't have to fall off here, by the way. But I'm gonna laugh like heck because I did all these tutorial videos for how to get druid forms, and I did like the edited video, but I did them on stream. So I first time I was streaming it, and then I went back and edited it and made a separate video just for the real fast version. But on the stream, I did like the follow along with me kind of version. Like, so if someone wanted to have it on their phone or their tablet or second screen or whatever, then they could do it, and they could do it, in real time. And I know if someone ever watches that part of doing the Aquaform quest, someone's gonna, be following along with me on the freaking Zeppelin. They're gonna watch me jump off. Oh, he jumps off here, and then fall to their freaking death.
Well,
And I'm laughing because I'm a horrible person. That's funny. Yeah, this is the worst speedrun ever. I've come back and turned in, like, for each individual quest. We're now at 2 hours, and I'm just past level 8. It's actually, truth be told, it's not that bad of timing for speedrun, but it's not, I mean, I lost efficiency after 1 hour, so the first hour was very efficient. I think I was level 6.5 or something within an hour, and I've gone up roughly 2 levels in the last hour, just goofing off and having lots of fun. Talking with everybody. So it started out as a speedrun, which is why this guy's name is Speedrun 3, which is supposed to be 3, but I ran out of characters. But the only reason his name is even Speedrun 3 is because I ran out of other names to think of, because this is like my 13th or 14th time doing this.
Well, we all know that the best druid name is Ron Burguntree.
It's too far away.
Burguntree? I liked Torin it up. Was a good one. That was
Ron
one of-
Burguntree is my favorite druid name. My favorite shaman name is either ShamWow or Shockaholic.
You're forgetting Keanu Reeves.
That'd work better on a rogue though, seeing as he knows Kung Fu.
Oh.
I'm out of range.
Freaking John Wick, man. It works well as a hunter.
It's too far away.
I can see that.
Actually, I totally ripped that off from one of my buddies. He's gonna make a Torin Hunter Day 1, and he's like, I'm gonna name it Keanu Reeves. I'm like, this works. Oh, you're breathing really hard in your microphone.
Closer.
It's like you're outside playing in a tornado.
I need
I had another funny name, but I don't remember what it was. And it was for a Tauren. I don't remember now. I've got these really mellow tunes in the background of the stream now, and it feels good. What are you reading, baby? Oh, I see what you're reading. Oh, that's another thing I've forgotten. I should be skinning all these mobs. Oh man, we're not gonna call this an efficient or speed run at all. We're just gonna call this me having fun today, doing this. What's the dumbest thing you've done, Shadow? Watch it be something like really, really dark humor, like not get an invite and then slash pirate. No, I'm just kidding. To the beta.
Oh, and then I sit down and realize that I'm still playing retail.
I really do feel bad for you. I feel bad for everybody who comes in here and says that. And like, on the one hand, I wish I could, you know, get them into the beta. On the other hand, there's no way I'd give up my access to the beta. So, I mean, maybe that makes me a horrible person. I'm okay with it if it does. I have come to terms.
Like, my biggest mistake is playing on a private server and having my internet company send me a cease and desist letter. Stop playing on a private server, they really took the internet off.
Really? Did that happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I'm sitting here, like, waiting 50 days and not playing on, like, light hope or who knows, because I can't.
How did they, like, did Blizzard come after them, or they just felt like being...
I don't know, honestly, how. All I know is I got a letter, and so I called them. And, yeah, we should download the
I was
private
about to say, are they like... Oh my gosh.
and that if you don't delete it, if you continue using it and using internet to play it, we will cut off your internet. I was like, okay. I guess I'll just sit here and wait a million days for Classic to come out.
That's rough, man. That is rough.
I play Starbucks.
Play at Starbucks.
Get yourself a VPN.
That's weird because I did have a VPN. I downloaded it.
Mm.
But I wasn't playing a VPN. I don't know.
That might have been what it was. But playing it through a VPN increases
I'm
your
almost
latency
200
levels.
engineering now.
I don't want to hear. That's retail stats.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in vanilla, congratulations. Oh wait.
Yeah. It's gonna. I'm
grind is vanilla. I just have the map. I just bought them on the auction house. So.
I'm looking forward to the live launch because I mean, in this beta, there's been a lot of elitists, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I know, like, that's part of the reason why I never wanted to go play on a private server because I knew it'd just be a crap ton of elitist players, you know. But I'm eager to see that fresh perspective again. People who are like, not everybody is an engineer in PvP and la-di-da-di-da, you know. I'm eager to see that level of player again and crush some of them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but just the giant horde of people will be great, I think.
I'm just interested to sell my soul again and get to try this all over again, now having all of the information that I didn't have the first go around.
Yeah, a lot of people are in that same boat, and a lot of people are like, you know what, I want to go see what this is about because I never played it back in the day, and I respect that too.
It'll be the best decision they ever made.
I think we're gonna have a lot of people join in and then have that mentality like, man, you didn't have this, you didn't have that, this wasn't there, man, this sucks. And then, like, because they're so spoiled on some of these quality of life things, and everybody's gonna have their different opinion on what was necessary. Like, oh, it's like, I get it, the challenge is great, but you guys didn't even have looking for group finder or bank guild banks
no,
or
you're
da da
right.
da da da.
You're right.
You know,
we had to make a
do
group and we had to walk all the way to the instance and hope somebody didn't leave upon getting there.
Yeah. And see, so I know a lot of people are gonna be fussing about little things like that. But here's what I think is gonna happen. Like, I'm very strong. I'm very, I don't know, strong-minded. That's not the right word. I'm very, very compelled to believe that we're gonna have a lot of people with that kind of mindset on day one, and maybe they'll get like, you know, I don't know, play a rogue or whatever up to a certain level, and then the next expansion comes out, or the next, you know, 8.3 or whatever comes out on retail, and then in like 2 days to 2 weeks, they're all done with that. They've done everything they can do on World of Warcraft. They've got the highest item levels, best in slot, have done the Mythic plus 25, done all the raid content, da 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 da. There's nothing left for them to do, and it only took a couple of weeks. And then they're gonna be like, well, what now? I've still got the inkling the inkling to play some more World of Warcraft. I still want to jump on there, but I've done everything. There's nothing I need to nor want to do in World of Warcraft. Oh yeah, you know what? I had this level 7 rogue. Let me bounce back over there on Classic and, you know, kind of see what, you know, give that a try. Have some, you know, whatever. Let me bounce back over there, and they're gonna start seeing the community for what it is. They're gonna start seeing that each piece of gear actually means something. It feels relevant. They're going to see the different class identities, the challenge, the having pride in what you accomplish, all of that. They're going to actually start getting a feel for that, and they're going to fall in love with the game.
Honestly, the best way for me to dictate to new people about why I want to play vanilla, do yourself a favor, go to retail, go to Elwyn Forest, or wherever there's a Murloc camp, and pull them all and kill them all, because you know you're going to, because it's retail. And then I want you to go look up videos of people doing that classic and dying instantaneously.
Yeah, it
Because
was challenge.
Want the game to be a challenge. You don't want everything to just handed to you. You got all this BOE gear. You can just run in, pull 29 mobs, and win them all down. That's not how it is. The game is about having a challenge. It's about having to earn what you get. And
yeah,
nobody wants to. I mean, I don't want to say nobody wants to do that anymore, because there's a giant following.
Yeah, there's a huge.
Waiting a long time for this to be the correct
you know,
way.
a decade to 15 years in some cases. Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'm excited to just be able. And you know what? I'm gonna walk everywhere. I will be happy to have to walk.
You know,
everywhere
a lot of people came in here saying that too. Like, man, it sucks that you're gonna have to take. I've enjoyed the flights. It makes you feel immersed back into the world. I've enjoyed the runs where, ooh, hey, look, there's an enemy rogue over there. Da 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 da. That's PvP. I have enjoyed those encounters. That's part of, like, I have a rant. I'm gonna go through my rant, and, you know, someone timestamp me on this one so I can actually remember it for if ever I do a video on this. I have a rant on the 3 things that have basically destroyed basically destroyed retail World of Warcraft, and I'm gonna take you through them. We're gonna go through a little walk down my rant of what's wrong with retail. All right, and everybody's got their own opinions.
I bet you I can guess all 3.
You've heard them probably about 12 times. I know you can guess them. All right, so here we go. Thing number 1: looking for group, looking for raid. That was the first nail in the coffin for the community of the game. You no longer needed to actually take the time to even put a guild together, much less put a group together. It's just not essential anymore. And taking it to that next step, you don't even understand the lore or even the location of all these dungeons anymore. You click 2 buttons, poof, you're there. You don't talk to anybody. There's no communication. I went back to Legion for 1 month because I was so excited about the Classic launch announcement that I went ahead and resubbed to World of Warcraft, and went and played retail. My actual vanilla experience in World of Warcraft was all the way through vanilla, but I never did Nax because I basically bounced out before Naxxramas became a thing. And then I came back at the beginning of TBC and played through all of the TBC content, and I enjoyed it, so I can't fuss too much about that. And I'd go back and do it again if they do TBC. But point is, the community is gone. I went back for that 1 month, and I'd join in. Hey guys, I'm gonna be tanking this dungeon. I don't know, what to do. I haven't done it before. I'd be cracking jokes and whatnot throughout the whole thing, and I'd never got a single even response back. It's like they all just had their chat off, and who knows, maybe they did. Out of the dozens or potentially hundreds of groups that I've run, the little challenges just in the game where you need help doing it, like some of these kill quests where you might go around like this level 35 zone or whatever, and there's this really difficult quest, and you happen to find like a priest or something there already working on it. Well, guess what? Instead of competing with them, you might decide you're going to join up with them, and you actually communicate with people. That's the community. That's step number 1, the LFG, LFR, and the dissipation of the community through quality of life
Inventory.
parts
BQ.
of the game. Yeah, there you go.
Garrisons. Sorry. Continue.
Alright. Thing number 2 that has destroyed retail World of Warcraft, since we're going on this little kick. Thing number 2. I'm sorry, did you have something to add to this?
No, garrisons killed cities. No, I'm just kidding. Continue.
That was way later in the game, even.
I know it was. I'm just saying. It just goes to show like how
That-
they ended
that
up
didn't-
killing
that
not
didn't
only the
kill
world
the
community,
game.
but
But that definitely
it
didn't help.
it helped kill people stacking inside of cities? Why do you even have to go to Dalaran or go to Orgrimmar or go to, you know, what if your Alliance Stormwind?
All the
when
lag
you could
issue.
just sit, when you could just sit, it's all the lag issue. Just sit at your ears and have your auction house there and not have to leave. They made the game introvert. Continue with your rant.
Yeah, okay. That's what I. That's,
I thought it was
that's
when
where
I
I was
logged
going
in, I
with
thought
the,
it was like a solo player or
Well,
FPS
that's what I was
like a
talking about with the
Warcraft
looking for
4 or
raid
something.
and looking for group. It's literally a single player experience in an MMO world now. That's how the community has diverged. It is a single player game or experience in an MMO world, and that's wrong. That's such a waste. All right, so thing number 2, the removal of the talent trees, boys and girls. Like back in vanilla, yeah, you know it's coming. Back in vanilla, every class had its own identity. Rogues rogues had their own skill set, their own tools they brought. They brought poisons, which is a whole new profession just for them. They brought lock picking. They had fair amounts of utility and CC that they brought to the table if they were a decent rogue. I mean, these were things that mages, they were the vending machine basically for every raid or every dungeon. They had good CC, they had pretty good damage. And then you got the warlocks, they had their utility through summons and soul stones to prevent wipes. They had decent damage and a secondary tank that they could utilize. I mean, each class had their own actual identity. And even that by itself, not even talking about talent points for a minute, the class identity has been squished in the game. Now in retail, every class can tank, every class has such and such many escapes or get out of jail free cards or whatever mechanics. Every class can heal themselves or do this. Every class can do everything. And in the interest of balancing, the classes lost their identity. But above and beyond that, you talk about just the talents. Oh, and preaching on druids for just a half second. In Legion, I haven't logged into Battle for Azeroth yet, but in Legion, a freaking tank druid could not even go cat form. Literally, a druid. Their whole niche, their whole thing that makes the druids so good is that they are a jack of all trades. Yeah, versatility. Jack of all trades, master of none. Now, they're basically like if they're a tank, they're a crappy healer caster that's a jack of one trade, master of none. What is this? It's garbage. They've lost their versatility. And that's, the new talent, whatever garbage thing that they had put together. So the talent trees, and sure, it was just little bitty things. A plus 1% chance to spell hit for a mage, or 2% a chance for, I think I had that backwards, 2% spell crit or 1% spell hit. They're just little bitty mundane tiny differences, but it gives you so many options and so many different ways and flavors that you can build your own character, that not only were you actually your own identity as far as a class goes, but you could also carve your own playstyle, carve your own niche within that class. And some of them, I mean, they had cookie cutter builds, sure. Some of them were more efficient than others. I mean, you got Umkin, which was notoriously bad for certain things. You had one per raid, you stuck all the mages with them, and you're like, here, you get to make the mages look better with that 3% magical crit. Oh, and by the way, you better not innervate yourself, jerk. You better put that on a priest. So, but still, they all had their own flavor. Now that's gone, and we'll go ahead and get off of that topic. The third, and
Can we not get off that topic yet?
All right, let's hear it.
Because what he's saying is that when you're talking about having 3 different skill trees, now you just click on it, you activate it, you get those set skills, decide to set them out. You didn't have to purchase anything from a trainer.
Oh, you don't have to purchase any skills anywhere from trainers now.
And when you're there's literally no spec. You have what, 10 talents? Instead of an entire tree that you had to put your points into. You've never
from morons, so morons can play the game.
You've never seen the game until you've seen a mage take his points, split them up, and go fire and frost together, like being able to
Palm Pyro Ice Block.
Pyro Ice Block. Until you could see somebody actually take those talents and weave them into their own character, exactly like he's saying. That was a serious identity of the game. And then when they took away shamans, and they gave shamans to Alliance, and they gave paladins to Horde,
that was in TBC. That one definitely had some adverse effects. Like that was one of the first steps in quote unquote balancing that they started to go through. But that one didn't even grind my gears, so to speak, like removing the talent tree. That wasn't good for the game. I don't feel like. But that is not one of the things.
Grinding my gears.
Oh yeah, fair enough, lore wise. But to me, that was not one of the things that like was the detriment to the game. The game, if that was the only change, the game could have happily continued on and continued to grow in popularity. So I was just talking about the three major things. And I'm not. What's up, Seven Thunders? I see you joining us on Mixer, bro. Joining us on that side, all by your lonesome in there, man. Happy to be 100%. But thing number 3, and if you're just getting here, Seven Thunders, you can rewind it. I think Mixer lets you rewind. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, you can check out the VOD or whatever after the stream if you can't rewind it. But thing number 3, and I'm not saying this is the last thing. I don't want to say the final thing, but this is, my opinion, the top 3 things that have destroyed retail World of Warcraft. And this one, I would totally expect a lot of people to disagree or argue with me. But hear me out before you jump on that bandwagon. Flight. Burning Crusade, World PvP, Battlegrounds were already like the first couple nails in that coffin for World PvP and like the detriment to World PvP. Then you add Flight, and basically that the World PvP was a thing non-existent anymore. If you were a rogue, you either sapped or ambushed, or vanished sapped, or you blinded them, you ran off a little bit, or you sprinted away, you jump on your mount. Basically, all you had to do was have some kind of escape mechanic, and by this point, most people did have some kind of escape mechanic. Jump on your mount and hit the spacebar for about 2 seconds, and then you start waving or laughing or whatever, or being some cuck bag about the fact that they can't hardly do anything to you anymore or kill you, aside from maybe pull out a gun and like shoot you once just to be annoying and maybe decrease your durability by 1. Like, and the irony is, as a druid back in TBC, I was one of the very few classes that legitimately could PvP people in the air. Owl form was an instant cast. Yeah, instant cast. I go into owl form, fly directly above someone. I can't tell you how many AFKs I killed in Shatrath or over Shatrath or whatever that city's name was. And I would go into owl form, fly way above them, go out of owl form, just wait. As soon as I get in range, boom, 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 moonfire like 3-4 times, and then wait a second and wait for me to go out of combat again, and then I pop right back into flight form. And then a buddy of mine brought this to my attention. Mages could do it too with slow fall, and I totally forgot about that. Palm Pyro and some of that, and I didn't think about that. I thought druids were the only one.
They got levitate.
Yeah. So
dude, I'd fly above them and then go invisible, and then you shadow step ambush midair, and then pop another ambush.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right. It
Or
took
you
away,
shadow step to them.
It took away the fear. It took away the fear of, oh my god, I have to get away.
Yeah,
I have to.
And that's not even all it did. Thank you for following us, Seven. That's not even all it did. It also made the world a much smaller place. I'm sitting here playing on Classic, and let's be honest, Classic is a lot smaller than TBC. That added, first off, new zones in the old lands, I think, as far as I recall, and then it added a whole new world with like 5 or 7 big ass zones. I don't remember, but point is, it added a huge landmass to the game. But once you acquired Flight at the end of it, the world became so much smaller, and less immersive. Because then, if you wanted to go somewhere, you just popped on your mount, flew up. There's no point for flight paths anymore. That's just a dead mechanic in the game at this point. You
didn't have Flight in Azeroth. You just had it in
the new zone, but they eventually went back and added it to Azeroth, either for Lich King or
right. That was Kata, I think.
Kata. Okay, well, point is,
no,
the world.
I don't know.
The world became a much smaller place, and not just smaller, but less dangerous. The world was no longer a place to be feared. You just popped on your mount, flew, to the next zone. There wasn't really, aside from like the Nether place, there wasn't. There was not a whole lot to be afraid of in the game anymore. It shrunk the size of the world. It killed PvP. It was the last nail in that coffin for World PvP. It's just, and the whole running across zones into contested zones, that's part of it's a huge portion of the game. The fact that you might run into the opposing faction, that's huge for me. That's what you play the game for. Like, that's the danger. Or in fact, in like Arathi Highlands, there was the undead couriers, which was like 5 undeads that would walk around, and that's on the horde side. And then you had the elites that always killed the damn couriers because they're freaking 3 elite horsemen or 4 elite horsemen from Stormguard or whatever in Arathi Highlands. And these are flavors and dangers in the game that were just totally nulled. And that's thing number 3 out of the top 3 things, in my opinion, and there's plenty of others, but those are the top 3 things I think that just destroyed retail experience.
No, I 100% agree that flying mounts worse in the game. It is an astronomical amount. The fact that, I mean, you know how excited you were the first time you hit 40 and had to spend gold on getting your mount, and you actually mounted up and got to ride across the land, and you were like, "I'm not fucking walking."
Yeah, right. Oh, and right at 40, then you're chasing down all the plebs, like the 38s, 39s, and the 43s that couldn't afford it, because honestly, a lot of people didn't have their 40 mount until they were in their low 50s, very high 40s, and you're chasing these plebs down. That was a huge PvP advantage. Advantage.
And when he was saying made the world smaller, and the fact that flights kind of killed the game, I'd like to speak on that, because when you used to be in vanilla and nobody answers the call for battle anymore, and defense channel, when it goes off, it's like Red Ridge is under attack, or
it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
It doesn't mean anything. People don't even look at it anymore. But when you were in vanilla, people would be like,
yeah, exactly. Who's in this zone? Who's gonna form up?
Crossroads, let's go now. Crossroads.
Spartans, shields up. I mean,
you'd be storming in and just busting heads and cracking skulls. And people would be reforming, and the battlefield would be shaping as you were fighting.
That's right.
It made the game what it was. And when they took away the fear, and I say it's the fear because everybody who leveled from 1 to 40, if they told you that they weren't afraid,
they were a liar.
Or
a hunter that joined in at the first day and knew what was up. I mean, they were fast.
Everybody's afraid to level because it's a flight. It's a fight or flight response. So that's partially the reason I play rogue, because there's nothing. When in doubt,
that's why I like druid.
Out. You know what I mean?
I like druid for that same reason. Think about druids, how slippery they are. Druid's got that you cannot. I mean, all you can do is try to stun lock him or gank him.
All of a sudden, he's a cheetah and he's running across the land. All of a sudden, he turns into an octopus and he's like swimming across the fucking ocean. You're like, what the fuck what were you doing right now, bro? And you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm not chasing that
Predator.
guy.
Yeah, Apex Predator in the water.
I guess I'm not chasing that guy. Like, hit this pleb over here who doesn't have a druid.
Exactly. They can breathe underwater. They got the fastest travel form in the water. The only one who even stands to try to have a competition is mages with their blink and then maybe a double blink. Everyone else in the water, that's easy pickings, man. So they're apex predators in the water. On land, the only way you're going to get them is either by shutting them down with a stun lock, with like multiple people stun lock,
fear chain. If you're lucky.
Even then, a good druid is not going to die to a fear chain, especially after PvP trinket. Yep. And I'm telling you, like, the only other way is that if the druid was bad enough to overcommit. If they overcommit to the fight, then you can get them. But druids are slippery, man. Like, you can't snare them. You can't slow them. You can't poison them. Go ahead, Don.
This one was, do you know the flight number that she's on?
Oh, yeah, okay, hang on. Let me scooch him. There we go. He had to answer a call for work real quick, and he does that pretty frequently, so I'll just move him down to the AFK channel. He'll rejoin.
But the challenge, skill cap, the skill ceiling that you needed to have to play vanilla, mixed with the fear and okay, so my point about the shamans is when vanilla was around, we had shamans. Shamans were a part of the game from our race that we had, and because we had that, like, you know, bind with we had a character that only we could play. You had to be our faction to be able to play this character. Added so much to the
and
lore.
Honestly, freaking Rhett Pally was so much stronger too. But go ahead.
I mean, it depends on which Wind Fury shaman you're talking about. If you're talking about the Unbreakable shaman, go watch that video if you haven't seen it.
I know what you're talking about. And I've seen
he aces a paladin before the paladin can bubble.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's bursty. That's crazy burst. I've seen
Wind Fury. Wind Fury was nasty.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and then you've got, and then I've seen the 5-box shaman too. That's terrifying.
It's just more about when they take away talents, take away something so significant in the game. It takes away, like you was saying, it takes away that feeling that you had.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
because
The pride in your
people,
accomplishment.
horde people are proud, alliance people are proud. You want to fight for your faction, you want to kill the team, you want to get
Yep.
HKs, you want to be on top, you want to be the top of the food chain, you want to dominate Warcraft. And
Yep.
so, you know, they kind of just took that away. They made it to where you could join battlegrounds instantaneously, dungeons instantaneously. They gave garrisons, they killed main
All that
cities.
quality of life mindset. I don't even like the questy add-on quest helper because I feel like it's sort of along those same lines. Obviously, I'm not against it, and it wasn't not allowed in the game, so it's fine. But I'm not even particularly fond of it because I played. I beta tested World of Warcraft that first week before it actually went live because they did like a beta release the week prior to launch back in 2004, and I was in on that. And then I joined in for the actual full launch on day one as a hunter. So, I mean, you know, I already had the experience of getting out there and being rather fast. I was either world first or world second on Spirestone as a hunter when I moved to that server. And that was a nice feeling or whatnot, but back then, even though WoW had started to, it became a thing, and not Classic DB, but I guess WoW database started to become a thing, back then, they didn't have all the information. So when people went to look up, no, they didn't have to look things up. They had to ask other people. It was, again, all about the community.
Information, and you gathered information by using the community, the dungeoning, questions that you asked. You found a higher player, maybe he had a minute while he was reading his shit in town. He'd tell you what items you needed for something, or he'd tell you where to go. Or, you know what, another thing you never had to do, in all this comfort of life stuff, you remember whenever you had to actually ask an orc guard where something was, and he had to ping it on the map, and you had to walk there and actually find the NPC to talk to? Like, that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, oh, I like that. I still have to do that in some, like in Undercity to find certain things. I know Orgrimmar pretty well and Thunderbluff decently well. But yeah, oh yeah.
So
You remember, I mean, there's all kinds of little things, like even the skill books. Hunter's Tranquilizing Shot, that was a skill book you had to find in like Upper or Lower Blackrock Spire or some jazz to get it. A lot of people forgot about little things like that even. To accumulate your final skills, you had to find the dadgum books at the end of the game. I'm excited just to find that kind of stuff again. I think Gift of the Wild is one of the ones for Druid. We gotta find that buff.
I'm excited to swing my dagger and see the fact that I have to actually get hit points in that to be able to use that weapon.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's another big thing.
So there's a lot of, I mean, it's most of us original vanilla players who are beginning, you know, I just, more than anything, out of everything we've said today, the biggest thing to me is the challenge. I can't play a game that's boring.
100% agreed.
I cannot play a game that's handed to you on a silver platter that's not really that situational.
Agreed. So much agreed.
And maybe I could. Maybe I could. If I hadn't been playing, if I hadn't been playing since vanilla and remember what the actual challenge was like. Maybe if I didn't have
I couldn't even then.
I'd feel different. But I don't, because I remember what it's like, and I remember that this game used to be hard, and you used to have to single pull mod. Everybody had to use cooldowns.
And I loved, like, another game, like, offline games, this is why I have such trouble with them. Like, I loved Skyrim, don't get me wrong. I loved The Witcher 3. I played them both. I haven't beaten either one, because it's such the challenge, even on legendary mode with a bunch of mods on it, whatever else to make it even more difficult. So mana comes back super slow. You have to eat to survive, etc., etc., etc. The game challenge is so finite. You become uber-de-duper super Mr. Powerful, and you're going around wrecking everything. That doesn't happen in vanilla World of Warcraft. Like, you don't get that strong against the enemy faction, and playing against other players is obviously a non-finite challenge. Sure, you might have noobs that are easy to kill, but you don't know what they're gonna do. They're unpredictable. And me and I forgot what his name was. He's in this freaking. No, it wasn't Slizzard. I'm not gonna go saying the name. Point is, me and a druid buddy of mine were doing like Scarlet Monastery on this freaking beta. And we busted out laughing because we got an NPC low, and he looked like a freaking player that went terrified. He ran, you know how they run when they get a little low. He ran straight into the wall and then like boom, bounced against it and then turned around and run the other way. It looked just like something someone would panic do it in PvP, and we were busting out laughing. Like it's unpredictable what they're gonna do, and the challenge is not so finite as it is in like offline games and easy games and handholdy games, and I just can't get drawn into that. I can't stay drawn into that.
Only works for a short while.
Yeah. I mean,
you need
you and
something
I have
to
got a
stand
really
for.
similar mindset. Like I said, you need to grab your buddies by the coattails, get them in here, and say, "Hey, this is where we're going. We're gonna join this guild. We're gonna join Deja Vu when this thing goes live."
Have you seen the Illidan funeral raid video?
The what?
Illidan funeral raid video.
Oh yes, I have.
Okay. Me and my friends were in that. These are a group of guys that I'm not going to be able to a server. I'm going to their server. Which server it is that they decide to go to. We started off as alliance, and after the funeral raid video, we were hounded so much online that we had to change. So we went horde and we never went back. So I mean, there's a giant group of them. I don't know if I'm not gonna be able to sway that many. I don't think. There's a giant group of them.
You sway a few, and the rest of them will come following. If they've all got that same mentality.
They all have that same mentality, but I'm pretty sure they know whatever they're going to be on.
Well, they can't, because there's no way to know. There's no server out right now. No information about them.
No, I mean, I get that. What I'm saying is that I have a vote, but the vote isn't like one out of a number of votes.
All right, so. Fair enough. Point is, if you want to join us on launch day, you are certainly welcome. We're going to be putting the old guild together. Back in vanilla, no one kept track of stats and all that jazz. It was not even when you did like Molten Core. Someone could say, you know, I did Molten Core and whatnot. You didn't get a bunch of, oh, you're full of craps or whatever. Or show me the achievements, because there were no achievements back in vanilla. You had to pull out that like sword that freaking dropped off a Raggy or whatever to prove it after you've run it 47 times because you didn't get it any of the other times or whatever. Point is, there, you know, in vanilla, we were a very solid, very tight-knit group, but I couldn't tell you what our stats were. When it came to TVC, people actually did start keeping track of stats, and our guild was number 1 PvP guild on Coilfang, and we were number 3 PvE guild on Coilfang, and I'm definitely looking to resurrect some kind of semblance of that. We're going to be raiding, and we're going to be doing PvP, especially World PvP. Deja Vu is going to be the name, and it wasn't Deja Vu on the other Coilfang, it was Emerald Dreams, but I'm renaming it Deja Vu this time because my wife came up with that suggestion and it just sounds so right. I mean, it feels so relatable. Freaking Deja Vu, hey, we're back. Feels like I've been here before, you know what I'm saying?
Emerald Dream is a really good server.
Emerald Dreams was my guild name before the Emerald Dreams server ever existed. But
love that server though.
Yeah, I played it on Coilfang. The Coilfang was out way before Emerald Dreams server ever was. And then I at the time that I made Emerald Dreams as a guild, and this is gonna sound so like maybe not even believable, I did not know that there was lore behind the Emerald Dreams. Like there was a whole literal lore behind it. I just thought that sounded cool, right? Emerald Dreams, freaking, and then later come to find out, there's a whole lore around it, and I was like, oh, well this feels dumb. Looks like I just named us after, you know, that. But anyway, so we're going to be coming in as Deja Vu. We're going to be playing on a PvP server, North American PvP server, and it's going to be either East Coast or West Coast, I suspect, unless Central happens to somehow have a better ping for all my overseas guys who are going to be coming to join us. Pretty much everybody in this server on Discord, plus plenty of others, because I just had a mod go rogue, and he kicked 1,800 people out of this Discord server. So there's still a bunch of people finding their way back to it. But pretty much everybody who's already on here is going to be coming with us, and then plenty of others as well. We're going to have a hell of a time. We're going to dominate one of our servers, whichever one we go to. And it's going to be a great time. What was I doing?
That looks like you were walking to the Flight Master.
Yeah, maybe I was getting the Flight Master. I think that's exactly what I was doing. I was getting ready to grab the flight path.
Just go to your quest book. If you haven't grabbed the flight path, then yeah, you need to go grab it.
Let's see. I don't remember what else I was doing.
That's because we got caught up in what ruined vanilla Warcraft.
Yeah,
We could go on for years and years about it. We could go on years and years about it, because in 50 days our fucking dreams are going to be realized, and we're going to get to fucking play the game that we want to fucking play.
Yep. It'll be nice.
I own so many other games, and I'm never gonna probably play any of them until vanilla. If the classic server ever changes, add an expansion to it, I will quit.
Be careful.
I think they're gonna keep some vanilla servers out. I have very vehemently believe vanilla is gonna overshadow retail. Like, it's gonna overtake retail. If not at the very beginning, then give it a little time, and I really feel like it's going to. And I do think that they're going to probably also add in, like, a TBC vanilla, but it'll be a whole separate server, and you have to start from level 1 again, because Blizzard's a business. They're not going to let you copy over your level 60 characters. The longer they can keep you subscribed, so you got to go from 1 to 60 again.
You can if you want to pay $25.
No, I don't think they're going to do that. I hope they're not. So far the dev team that's handling Classic has been a whole different dev team, and I really hope that they stick with it. It's like some of them are some of the original TBC developers and some of the original Classic developers. I mean, they don't have Kevin Jordan on it, obviously, but they've got some of the originals on it, and it's really good to see that their mentality feels like, well, shall we say, like the actual Blizzard that we remember making the game to make the game, and not for the stockholders and shareholders.
Very excited. They need to hurry up.
I hope they release it early, but I feel in my gut they're not going to, especially after publicly announcing launch dates and all this, that, or other.
Well, guess we'll find out.
Yeah, a bunch of people have probably already scheduled time off to take like the whole week of launch off or whatever, so they can bust through some of this content. Yeah, they're not going to release it any early, as much as I'd like them to. They've still got plenty of bugs to fix, because their new framework was not very nice to hunters, and have left some bugs for druids and several other warlocks, shamans, several classes. They've been reported, so hopefully they get fixed. I'm confident that they will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's an army of nerds typing in lines of code, drinking Red Bulls as we speak. and for those people, we thank you.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really good times.
I mean, I've seen a lot of footage, because obviously I can't play, so the only thing I'm doing is like, I get up, I come in my game room, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to have to go to work. What am I gonna play? I'm not gonna fucking play anything. I'm gonna watch somebody who was lucky enough to stream beta. And I've just been watching people stream beta and kill. I've been watching World PvP kill videos all day long. For like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of watching them. It's time to do it. So I'm just taking a character very slowly through all the starting zones, even though I know the questings and zones have been changed. I am jogging my memory about what will actually be here and what will not.
Yep. That's the same thing Don's doing. He's making like an undead rogue and a troll, or not a troll rogue. Trolls were crap race, but like a orc rogue. They started in the same spot as trolls started in the same spot. That's why I was thinking of it. But anyway, he's been making like the level 1 rogues and going through the starting Durotar, and of course plenty of stuff has changed, but trying to jog his memory and get that feel for it. And we've been comparing a lot of the stats for XP gained and items and item sell amounts and all that jazz between retail and classic, and it's been a fun little adventure, and he's been trying his best to jog his memory through some stuff like that.
Actually, I've just been watching Jonah, classic leveling guide.
Oh yeah.
His leveling guide is superb and always has been. So I feel a lot of mad respect for Jonah. Any of you newbies?
I feel like some of those guides are gonna, like, he has a good guide. I know Jonah has,
classic,
or Joanna is what I always called him, but he has very solid leveling guide. But at the same time, a lot of his guide revolves around like, if you're starting up and you got no one else there, and you know, it's gonna be just a madhouse day one.
You might not even want to on day one.
Oh, I'm gonna be here day one.
No.
The work is gonna be getting ahead of the masses. But yeah, I've had some friends say I might not even log in until like week number 2, and I'm like, that's fine. The guild will be there, and we're gonna have plenty of casuals. In fact, I've got probably a dozen people in this Discord who've never played World of Warcraft, and they're gonna be logging in. They're going to be full members of the guild. They just follow basically the channel around and play whatever games we're playing, and they're absolutely certainly 100% welcome to become and be a part of it. In fact, I think it'll be pretty refreshing to see. You know, I've got a person who finished Nax Ramus in the original Classic, and you know how few people actually had the opportunity to do that. It was pretty
Very
crazy.
few.
It's
I
less
was
than
not-
1%. I wasn't there. I didn't even play it when Nax was out. So we got
As
that
far-
level of expertise. I've got someone who was there since like the first week of beta that played way back in those days and has still subscribed to this very minute. Freaking Icy Hot in here, like third person down on the online list right now. He's basically been subscribed like for 15 years on World of Warcraft. It's crazy. So we've got that level of expertise. It's going to be meshing with people who have this when Classic comes out will be the first time they ever get World of Warcraft and log into the game. It's gonna be very refreshing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be a lot of different perspectives coming together. Come together.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna be doing nothing but leveling as quickly as possible, and then I'm just going to live out in the world, and I'm gonna kill everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care. If your name is red, you're dead. And that's
I've
the
got
entire
Aiden
time.
and I've got Dawn. We're already putting together like fitness foods and whatnot for day one, and talking about we exchanged phone numbers so we can do power naps and call and wake each other up, and we're going for, I don't know about legitimate world firsts here, because I mean it's all been done before obviously, but we're gonna be going for first few days hitting 60 with efficiency and money, and like it's I told myself when I first got into it, I'm like, I'm going to be very fast. I'm going to be ahead of the masses. Don't you guys stress about that. But I'm not going to be going for a speed run. Oh, I got dragged into it. Now I'm going to be doing a speed run. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know that literally the day of launch, I will be taking off. That weekend after launch, I will be on 72 consecutive hours, and I'm gonna be drinking a lot of Red Bull. I'm not gonna be getting a lot of sleep.
That's horrible.
I mean,
But
just-
I
know-
feel you. You're
know-
not the
I know
only
that
one.
I'm gonna go straight zombie mode for like, probably realistically, 2 weeks, because I take my time and I kill everybody and I pickpocket everybody and I loot everything.
It's
If you
going to
think
be
you
a
ain't
lot
gonna
of
get,
fun.
if you think you ain't gonna get looted, I'll come out and loot you.
We're
So
going to have
there's
a lot of fun.
There's a group of a few of my friends. There's a subsection of us that only play Rogue, and when I say subsection, it's a pretty large subsection. We actually like meet up at Iron Forge and like sit in their abandoned rooms and have like a brotherhood, like side guild for only invisible classes,
Druids and rogues.
just for RP, for role playing and shit, and it's a lot of fun. I'm just
Yeah.
excited to put the pack back together because Stunlock and Vanilla, y'all, talk about diminishing returns and how long Stunlock actually lasts in Vanilla.
There was diminishing returns in patch 1.12, but it's still way more of a
still
viable
way-
strategy than it was in retail or anything after vanilla. Like rogues were still insane, and you talk about the rogue with the mace spec too. Like, jeez, that was dumb.
Dude, you would be lucky, and if it was one rogue, probably would get out of the stomach before you died. It really depends on if you were a cloth wearer. If you were a cloth wearer, you're probably dead when stuff's
Yeah.
over. If you were a plate mail or leather wearer, we had to be quick on the leather wearers. The mail plates would usually come out of it, but that's if once we had like a pack of rogues though. You're
It
talking
didn't
about
matter at that
you're
point.
talking about getting double cheap shotted, even triple cheap shotted, and triple kidney shotted, and there's just you're not gonna go anywhere.
Mhm.
It's like
And
like
if they're
having a druid-
mace
it's like
spec,
having-
then it gets even dumber.
It's just having a pack of druids sit there and cast a root on you over and over and over.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I wish it would be time to keep glancing at my watch. The day ahead. It's just not.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
You'd be
It's
like,
gonna be a lot of fun.
Adam Sandler, I need your remote. Why?
Click.
Why can't you just give me your?
Yeah, I remember that movie. That was an alright movie.
It's an alright movie, but I do. besides the movie, I just want the remote. So that way,
It's you know, it's one of those things when we get older, we're gonna feel so dumb about saying, man, I just wish I could skip a month or so of my life, but then, like, cause you can't ever get a minute back. But I understand the sentiment, as dumb as it sounds, I know what you mean. Like, believe me. And I'm about to be losing the beta here come on the freaking 12th, and that's gonna be 6 weeks of hell. Sucks.
You just got a little bit, so you're gonna be in like detox mode.
Yeah.
Then when it comes back out, you're gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Jump
no,
in the
seriously.
wagon.
It's gonna be crazy. That 6 weeks is gonna suck. Taking it day by day, man. It'd be like when I freaking quit smoking. Ah! It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Oh yeah. This is all gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it very much. And I saw a bunch of those videos. Oh, you think you do, but you don't. Yeah, I think I do. And as it turns out, I damn sure do. Want to play some classic rose-tinted nostalgia goggles or whatever people been going on about? Nah, man, this has been what's up. The community has been here. It's been absolutely great. And a lot of these guys are streamers and elitists that know exactly what they're freaking doing, but the community has still been there, and it's just been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to play it. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't
Can't wait
give
to
it
kill
up.
Swifty.
If you're even on the same server as him or Asmongold or whoever else.
I just can't wait. I will go make a character. We'll go make a character just to kill Swifty.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it personally. As much as I want to have beef with some of those big streamers, I also am gonna try to be avoiding the behemoth-sized streamers, Asmongold, freaking Tips. Asvin's gonna run with Asmongold, Swifty, and what's the other one? Chance, Soda Poppin' or whatever. I don't even want them on my side. That's just, I feel like that's not gonna recreate the same like vanilla feel. I don't feel like, you know, I don't want to sit here and scream screamer privilege, but they're gonna have the community among everything else is gonna be setting them up, and you kill one time, they're gonna be 40,000 9-year-old army chasing you down, and the freaking arena. Even in the beta, we've seen it where there's so few people that even have access to the beta, and a streamer pulls together 40 or 60 people at the STV Gurubashi Arena. That's going to be absolute insanity, especially come launch. I don't even want to be in that talk. And the right-click report thing is going to be a part of the game? No, I don't even want to be a part of that. Just that ugly mess. You can count me out of all of that. That's going to be ugly. So,
All I can say is I'm going to kill whoever I can.
oh yeah, if it's red, it's dead. I'm going to kill it. And if I see it again, I'm going to kill it again. Like, what I did in the beta, like, my PvP philosophy was basically I'd kill them, and I wouldn't camp their corpses, but I'd go around, and if I saw them again, because I'm strictly hunting for PvP, especially at level 30 when we were locked there, I was running on Duskwood, which you know is a huge Alliance questing zone area. So I would kill someone, then I'd later come back and see them again, you know, 20 minutes later after I did a sweep of the whole zone, kill them again. After about the third time, instead of killing him, I'd pop out next to him and wave at him, and usually I got that, like, panicked response where, like, a Ret Pally or some kind of Pally would stun and run like a little pansy because he knew it was coming, but I'd pop out and wave at him instead of fighting him, and a couple of guys gave some hilarious responses, but then the other thing I'd do is I would instantly go and, like, if I saw another one nearby, I'd start fighting, and if that person that I feel like I killed enough times, I killed him 3-4 times, because I'm not trying to ruin anyone else's recreational time. But after I killed him 3 or 4 times, if he decided he wanted to try to be the hero and save the other guy, oh, he's resubscribing to get his ass kicked again. Then I'd do it. You just signed back up for it, fam. You better be ready, because it's coming. And as a druid, like, no, back in original vanilla, I would corpse camp some. I was that guy. I would corpse camp someone for hours, just because. I mean,
Just
there
because
was.
it's fun to do. I will sit inside your inn, and when you come to get your quest, I will kill you.
That's hilarious. See, I would do that, but I wouldn't corpse camp them for like an hour or something like that. I've got other things to do.
I would. I'd say go get your
And-
main scrub.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a way to play the
You
game.
wanna-
But
you
I'm
wanna
not.
get
I guess
get
I've gotten a little older, and now I'm not trying to ruin their recreational time. Plus, as a streamer, sitting there in the shadow meld or in stealth over some guy's body eventually would get old. Now, there's probably a couple people, if I noticed them on my server, that I would do that to. But I'm in it to have some fun. Let some other people have some fun. If I see them, if they're red, they're dead. If I see them again, they're Alliance scum. They need to go. They ain't gonna have no Alliance sympathizers up in our chat around here.
No, no spies.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it. Like I'm very much looking forward to it. I got a good group of guys that are gonna be coming together for all this. Very much looking forward to it. And like I said, you seem to have the same kind of mindset. So if you and your crew wants to come and be a part, then hey, do. If not, then no, that's fine too. Don't be a stranger. But
Right.
we're gonna have a heck of a lot of fun. We're gonna dominate our server.
Oh. Be careful.
I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just gonna be great. This is something I've been waiting years to do.
It's gonna be a good time, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
Where did that come from?
Fucking Family Guy.
Yeah.
Colon cancer. It's a great way to stay in shape.
That's exactly what it came from.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to be healing people, huh?
It's too far away.
It's so easy. Halfway through a dungeon, and I've healed 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've had to sit down for mana and water none. And,
Oh, that's a huge difference. Shoot, you cast 3 spells in vanilla, you're gonna be out.
We're fucking
Have yourself a
20
little
people
nap.
at a time.
Yeah. That's Nixium actually did a really good review video, and he challenged anybody else to do a review video, and I might do something like that where I play like an hour toward the end of the beta, play an hour of the classic, and then play an hour of retail, and just give comparative thoughts. And I'll try to have an unbiased opinion, but I honestly have such a biased opinion. But you know, I'll probably do just a comparison video that shows...
I'd be like, sir, you need to take me off this jury.
Right?
I should not be in this courtroom. I have prejudice in my heart. Take me off this jury, sir.
But it's gonna be great.
It is. It's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're not there, then if you don't know what you're playing, you probably shouldn't be playing it. So come play this.
That's right. Everybody out there who's in chat already knows they can join in my Discord. We're all about having a community and having some fun. You can join in my Discord and join in our guild when we go live. I don't know what server yet because no one knows anything about the servers, but we're gonna be having a freaking blast.
I'm calling it right now. They're gonna have original.
What?
So I'm gonna call it right now. They're gonna have
Original servers?
no one like original names.
Yeah, they're not going to recreate the same names. They've already said that they're not, as much as people want them to, because those...
It's a farce.
Well, they
Let me
can't...
dream.
They're not going to have the original names. They can't. Because those servers are still live.
All it takes is a changing of a code, bro. I can do it. It's totally doable.
Is this?
Hey, welcome back, Don.
Welcome back.
I was just telling Snurdy here that we're... Snurdo here about...
Nerdy.
Anything?
White and nerdy. That we're going to be doing that speed run. We were just sitting here chilling and chatting about it a little bit. Yeah, this is the other guy that I was talking about. Dude is probably the healthiest freaking 50-year-old on the planet. Could probably suplex you, and he's gonna be sitting here staying up. We're gonna be doing some crazy WoW crap.
Well,
Isn't that right, Don?
So I'd pay to see that.
Oh, he just left. Isn't that right, Don? I scared him
Now he's
off.
back.
No, you didn't.
I love how I'm not having to do.
Had to do the Microsoft fix. Just reboot.
Gotcha.
This is total garbage, guys. So
Well, that was a little bit of fun at work.
Oh yeah, I moved out of the channel. You know, like I always do. If you know you ever are in here or whatnot, and you're on the
Yeah, I
phone.
wasn't able to mute it, so
It's
thanks.
good. Yeah, no worries. It's just I don't want you accidentally saying something or vital info or whatever.
how is the ambassador of Hong Kong anyway? Good
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well, but he's been at the hospital right now, recovering in room 203, 204, and 205.
In
It was a
pieces?
splitting experience.
Lots of some assassins to all of them.
What up, Oscar Torres? Welcome to the stream. Join us on the YouTube side of things.
I'm playing retail.
Cry about it.
I genuinely feel like it.
Yeah, yeah. So Snurdo here,
This is a safe space.
Snurdo here has a really similar mindset to us when it comes to the PvP and everything else, but he doesn't have his big boy britches on, so he doesn't think he can pull his guys over. He's gonna go tuck tail and follow them wherever they go.
Yeah, probably because it's like 30 people and I know them all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, enjoy. Don't be a stranger, like I said.
No, there was definitely more than one character made, I'm sure. Thank you. Playing this game, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Why not
you,
just-
me, and everybody else. And frickin' Don here's an altaholic.
Hey, don't even go there.
So true.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm 2 away, and I can't make this because of what?
Yeah, well. Is it retail? Then come play some Portal 2 with me. Don't worry about it.
that was actually a pretty good game. Apparently there were a bunch of private maps made. Me and my buddy swore we were gonna go play some. We did, but we need to go back
Oh, I
and play
can't do
some
that
more.
because I need those for that. Oh, son of a gun.
If you want to add me on Steam, it is Shark Barrigator.
Hmm.
I'm from
I
the
don't-
wonderful land of Waco, Texas, where we have biker shootings, cults.
I had a buddy of mine named Average Barinator, but we're not exactly buddies anymore.
Shark Barrigator.
Man, Bear Pig.
If it's on PlayStation, it's High Duke.
Oracle the White, thank you for following us, joining on the Mixer side of things, brother. What up, Murky Waters? Murky Waters, my bad. What class am I playing at launch? Druid. Tauren is the best, yes. 100%. You're right, Oscar. Mess with the bull, you get the big bull
I just
penis.
hate to say it, like, I don't like trolls.
Trolls are the
funny
worst race on
and,
the Horde
I'm
side.
just-
Their racials are garbage. I'm sorry.
Just
Like, in terms of racial strengths and racial abilities, alright, guys. Undead Will of the Forsaken. #1 racial in the game.
let's
no
just talk
contest.
let's just talk about
No.
looks.
No.
They are ugly. They are
No.
stinky. They are
Like,
just
frickin'
not good people.
Will of the Forsaken. #1 racial in the game. And now, #2, you could argue between two of them. Cannibalism's okay. I liked the sound that it makes. The munching, crunching sound.
I like being an undead rogue and killing somebody and then eating them and then going.
Yes, it's definitely a liberating experience. Alright, racial #2. The second best. You could argue that 2 and 3 are interchangeable, but #2, the Orc stun resist passive. 25% of all stuns happening resisted. That's huge! And then racial #3, finally the Alliance gets on the board. Dwarf Stone Skin. That is so
I don't know,
strong.
my literal alliance past reputation.
Hey, where's my goggles?
Because that's just really overpowered that they
What?
get. Humans, if you play human, you get a reputation bonus with factions while grinding.
Yeah, and that's a nice passive, but that's not a... I'm talking about
No,
for PvP
for-
passives, those are the
for
three.
PvE passive. It's
Well, yeah,
mainly for
Alliance
like
had all the like PvE side of things that were nice, like raiding with paladins, blessing of the wisdom and all that jazz, judgment.
I
That
will
was
say-
all really
I will-
handy. Like that, I was Alliance first, and raiding on the Alliance side felt much smoother than it was on Horde. Don't get me wrong, but once I
will
went
say
Horde,
the-
I'd never switch back. I couldn't.
the
do it.
one thing Alliance got in PvP was Altric Valley. Their
Grizzly
setup
bear.
in Altric Valley is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
How many times have you been feared or thunder shocked off that bridge and fallen to your death? How many times?
We were
Or
stuck
mind
in
control.
Alterac Valley. I was just about to say we were stuck in Alterac Valley for that weekend that they made us do it, and I had a priest buddy over there mind controlling and jumping
Oh my
people
God.
off.
Yep. It is one of the worst feelings when you have a
Level
priest.
6, Undead Rogue.
A priest.
Engineering, 290.
That's crazy. Human stealth bonus? They get a stealth detection bonus, Oracle.
Yes.
But I don't think they had a stealth bonus, like their bonus to actual stealthing. Like their
No,
detection
I
skill.
think that was Night Elf. Night Elf have a.
No, they didn't either.
Night
They had
Elves-
Shadow Meld, which was stand still. And see, the thing is, like
No,
a
they
druid
had an
or a
increased
rogue-
critical strike at night.
Not in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. They move. No, something.
That was in one of the Warcraft games, not World of Warcraft.
No, they did have something. But I don't know if it was at Classic.
They had 1% dodge. Yeah, it wasn't classic then, because their racials
It was
are
like
as follows.
at TBC or
No, I know almost all the racials by heart. Their racials are as follows: 1% dodge percent, and that's just right on top of whatever else you had, not even calculating your alliance, or I mean your agility. It's just 1% extra dodge stack. They had Shadow Wisp form, which is 150% movement while dead, which means that they're going to get back to the fight faster, but that's okay. You just get to kill them 1.5 times faster than every other one of their buddies. And then their third and final racial was Shadow Melding, which did nothing for rogues or druids because it did not actually even improve the stealthing that you already had as a druid or a rogue, but it was nice for like warriors, and I was a Night Elf Hunter.
Mages.
Yeah, mages are good too, but Night Elf Hunter, you could Shadow Meld aim shot. The whole channel for the aim shot, you were invisible that whole damn time. By the time you get the second or third shot off, they're finally seeing you come out, and the Clothy's already dead. It was insane. So those are the Night Elf in vanilla. When we move on to TBC, a lot of that stuff was changed. And see, I love TBC. Like I said, I played through every single bit of TBC, but my memories of TBC are so much more vague than they were of vanilla. Like, I remember all the racials from vanilla, and not just from playing the beta. I remember all this crap, and I couldn't tell you racials from TBC. I couldn't tell you much of the stuff from TBC. I remember, I couldn't even tell you, I couldn't,
Marsh.
freaking, I don't even remember the final raids. I remember it was Sunwell and Black Temple, and I remember completing them, but I don't even remember, like, the whole fight. Illidan had, like, 2 big fire things that he'd summon up or whatever. But, man, you talk about, like, Upper Lower Blackrock Spire, Molten Core, Onyxium, and I can tell you all that stuff. I remember I have
Blackwing
those.
Layer.
Yeah,
AQ.
yeah. AQ and Nax, like I said, I wasn't here for. And I was a little sad because I was right there at the beginning. I was
know
quitting
both
as
of
AQ.
them.
I was quitting as AQ was coming out, and I have friends that were telling me such good things and fun things
AQ
about
was so
getting the
much
door
fun,
open, because it was massive PvP again, and it was enough to crash the freaking
crashed the
server.
servers, dude. It
Yes,
crashed 'em.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. Do you feel the beta has been easier than you remember? Yes and no. Like, it's definitely got challenge, and I like that about it. Now, am I as much of a noob as I was back in original Classic? No, I know what I'm doing now when it comes to World of Warcraft, so I'm not making some of the same nubile mistakes. And this is, unfortunately, patch 1.12. So, I mean, the classes are more polished at this point. Druids prior to 1.12, like at 1.0, Druids, you could spend all 51 points in your feral tree and not get as much as 30 points will get you in the finished 1.12 version of the game, just because, like, you had to go down all the talents for bear and all the talents for cat to get anything, and then they finally started merging some. Warriors at the very beginning of the game actually got 52 talent points because they were bugged and they didn't realize they accidentally gave warriors an extra talent point at level 10. So, I mean, they ended up getting 52 for the first couple patches. Mobs are still very difficult, but the level of difficulty is not quite as nasty as it was the beginning of vanilla. I mean, you've got 16 debuff slots in patch 1.12, which means instead of being stuck to like 8 dots that you can put on a Nixie at a time, when we go into a Nixie the first time, you can put, 16 words of pain or whatever on her instead. So she'll be dropping down a little faster. So it's gonna feel a little easier, but the challenge is still very real, very intact, and you feel it if you screw up. You feel it. That's nice. It's there.
If you roll a warrior and you're leveling alone, Buckle up, kids.
Yeah. Buckle up for the auto attack spam of you like heroic strike. Woo!
Buckle up for the deaths because you don't know
No,
how many
buckle up
times.
for as soon as you hit level 14 doing Rage Fire Chasm and jumping from dungeon to dungeon to dungeon to
If
dungeon.
you see a Murloc camp, walk the opposite direction. I'm just telling you right now, kids. Just walk the opposite
So
direction.
it's not like it depends on your nostalgia factor. Everyone's talking about rose-tinted glasses, Oracle. It's definitely a challenge, which is great. It's a very welcome and familiar challenge, which feels nice, but it doesn't feel as hard, I would say, as it did in authentic 1.0 vanilla, because the classes are first off, because we know about it now. The knowledge that we have, unfortunately you can't take that away from us. There's no modern technology,
Unless you
no
have
pill you can
Alzheimer's.
swallow. Oh, shut up.
Unless you have Alzheimer's, the only
There's
thing
no
you didn't forget was how to
artificial
play-
way for them to just take it away from us. We're smart and we know things now, so that's counterintuitive to the nostalgia. Even though, like, I was a little afraid when I first joined in. It's rose-tinted glasses. It's just what I remember. No, it's been exactly as fun as I remember it being. It has been very challenging. There have been a few bugs, like in Scarlet Monastery. If a mob ever ran in Scarlet Monastery, you had to shut that mob down, or you died. If he made it to any other mobs, you were done. Now
That's how it used to be.
That's exactly how it
Hunters,
was. And
Please put your pets away.
yeah, oh yeah, for taking shortcuts on a lot of dungeons, upper to lower Blackrock Spire, taking some of those jumps, you'd get
I love
called
it.
the
Hunters are
Huntards,
so
and
dumb.
yeah,
Wailing Caverns, put your pet away. Just
I'm just saying. But see, some of that has been bugged in this beta, and a lot of people have reported it. Humanoids are hit or miss when they run. Like, I've seen them do it in Scarlet Monastery, where they'll run up to another group. Oh, whoa, you're walking through a tornado there, Snurdo.
hey,
They'll walk up to an enemy group of mobs, and either they'll pull them or they won't. Like, I've seen it happen on several occasions in this beta, and I've reported it to
Throw me
a lot of
another
people.
group. Got a phone.
And they'll walk up to another freaking. Okay, I got you, Barrows. They'll walk up to another group of guys. The guys will look at them and go, "What's up, Bob? How you doing?" And then just falls over dead. Okay, Bob. Next time, same time next week. You know, and then they all just sit there and chill. And I've also seen how it's actually supposed to happen, where they walk up and they're like, "Oh, guys, there's some dudes over there," and then all of a sudden the whole group starts charging at you. Because, you know, there was always that split second where he'd run up, and then they'd stare at each other for an awkward second, like, "Man, you don't look so good." And then they all start coming after you. So there's bugs like that. What's up, baby? Oh, you're
are
going to
they
bed?
adding?
I love you. Wave night-night to everybody. That's
Can you
wifey.
confirm or deny they're keeping?
How come my jacket being green?
Is that green? Looks dark.
It's green.
Oh, well, it looks black to me. Whatever. Confirm or deny? What am I confirming or denying?
Are they going to be keeping? Is the friend list also going to be on Parchment, or is it going to be actual BattleNet?
You have the option for both. You can do friend list through your server and through BattleNet through right-clicking and at BNet, but you can't BattleNet invite opposite factions. So
Right, but you can still whisper across servers.
no. Oh, if you
Your
are
friends.
two predecessors that were already on your BattleNet before Classic, yes.
That's what I needed to know,
Alright.
and I appreciate your input on that because I heard that was the way it was going to be, but I don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. So I thought
Classic is very difficult to level in.
playing it because
Yeah.
there's certain things I'm wondering if they are going to keep it, if they aren't going to keep it. And there's a lot of questions about that people have, but I guess they're getting answered now that beta's out. But that was a big one for me, only for I like the versatility of being able to whisper people who are on my friends list, even if they aren't on my server,
Yeah.
just so that if we could talk about whatever is going on, even if we're not playing.
Yeah, hey, come over here. We're getting ready to do this. We need your help.
Yeah,
that kind
totally.
of stuff. Ren, yeah, the right-click report will be in the game, which is another reason why I'm trying to avoid the massive streamers, because I haven't watched really much of Asmongold, but I've heard through various people who've come into my streams and say every time he dies he screams stream sniper, stream sniper. I don't know, I'm not going to validate whether that's true or not, but I also
true.
know I don't want 60,000 9-year-old nerds right click report spamming me so I can't talk in Classic, and that's kind of important. Yet another reason why I'm trying to avoid the behemoth streamers in the game 100%. That's a part of the reason why I don't want to be around for that. That's ugly to me. That shouldn't be a thing. Right click reporting, I think, is kind of dumb. But anyway, so oh, you're walking through a wind tunnel again there, Snurdy.
Sorry.
No worries. You've been watching many YouTube videos for Classic because you started playing, I think, 2 months before Wrath of the Lich King. Hey, I got a buddy of mine who started at almost the exact same time as you, Oracle, and he said Wrath of the Lich King was the best expansion ever, but I can't really give him a grain of salt. Like, I mean, I'd rather I take it with a grain of salt. I can't really give him full credit because, again, I played through most of vanilla. I think right about the time AQ40 was coming out was about the time I was walking out the door. I might have done like the first boss or so in AQ40, but I don't really remember because it was right as I was out. I really don't think I did, and I know I didn't do any knacks because I was gone by then. Even though I've heard great things about it. And then I came back for TBC and played through all of TBC. I enjoyed vanilla the most, and TBC was great. I enjoyed it. My buddy came in
He was
last.
great too.
Zolgrub, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know, the one thing I really hate about that is get the destroyer.
And it was an
world and
outside
having-
dungeon too, so like a lot of the stuff druids could do in there, and that was pretty amazing.
Yes, and then having a hunter take your Rock Destroyer of Worlds because he thinks that he needs it for his winglet spec. I want to punch him in the
Yeah,
face.
I ain't gonna lie, I did a lot of wing click spamming back in vanilla, man. I did grab, there was this sword, I don't remember what it was, but it was a two-handed sword that ended up spawning like 3 dragons. And I remember having one of those, and you could get, I had a buddy of mine who said he got 2 of those, and
The
because it
dragon
wasn't
collar.
unique, yeah, because it wasn't unique, and he said as soon as he would pop 3 dragons on somebody, he would switch to the other one, and then he could pop 6 dragons on him, and I was like, what?
It comes out of Sunken Temple. So-
I wanted to play it, but I didn't have a PC until that point. Oh, that's a big old rip there, Oracle. That sucks. And now, see, it's still, like, all my buddies who are like, I don't have a very good PC, it's like, it's freaking WoW Classic, man. Get your toaster and put a little bread in it, and you'll be able to play on that. You know? This is not a very difficult game to play by today's. Back in 2004, oh yeah. Like, I had a Pentium 3 833 megahertz processor, 512 megs of RAM, not gigs, megs of RAM. That wasn't on the graphics card. That was in the whole PC. That was the first PC I ever built back in 1998, and I ran freaking World of Warcraft on that, fam, and it worked barely, but it worked on Windows Millennium Edition, which y'all don't even know what that shit is. But most of y'all probably weren't even born then. But anyway, that's showing a little bit of my age now. But man, you can play the game on a freaking toaster. What's up, baby?
I know why my ribs and my back hurts now.
Why?
Because yesterday I was doing exercise, and the exercise I was in, like it was. It's like
I thought you were
this.
talking about what we did last night, and that's why it hurt.
I was like this, and we're doing like this,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I
Don't
do
punch the
this,
tower.
Every time I do this, it hurts.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. That means you got a good workout then. I had a compact Presario, oh my god, and I had a Commodore 64. Not really. I didn't really have a Commodore 64. I did have an Atari. I remember when computers had kilobytes. Me too. I remember when freaking 8 gig was the biggest hard drive you can get. Shoot, I remember. Oh, you know what? I don't even want to get into this topic. I'm gonna feel really old. I remember pre-Windows, man. I remember having to work through the DOS prompt. Freaking O-Trail.
He remembers when computers were etching sketches on rocks.
Why don't you go to bed? Weren't you heading that way? Let me go tuck you in, if you know what I'm saying. Get out of here.
Come on, baby. Why don't you go tuck me in?
I might have to go tuck my wife in, guys. So, this might be about the time we get in the street. Oh, man. But yeah, so the game, it should be way easier to run this time. Where was I going? Oh, Rune Totem. Guy, man, person. I remember playing Pokemon Red on a floppy disk. Oh, yeah. That's, shoot. Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know what to say about it. I remember I downloaded the emulators. I played all the Pokemons that way. Because I have, even back then, I had really bad eyes. See, I wasn't a kid when Pokemon was a thing, right? Like, I was already an adult when Pokemon came around. And I admit, I enjoyed Pokemon, man. I joined in. I couldn't do the Game Boy crap because that screen was too small for my old bad eyes. I can't even see the screen that I'm looking at right now, sitting here staring at my face in the corner. So I hope I'm not as bad as I think I look. Anyway, point is... I guess I don't have a point. I'm just old, and I remember Pokemon, and I liked Pokemon. Yay.
And Pokemon came in the 90s?
Yeah, it wasn't a big thing back then, though, I don't think. Like, Pokemon became a bigger thing in, like, the early 2000s or late 90s.
Maybe
I remember all my buddies started talking about it and showing on their Game Boy this and Game Boy that in the...
But it came with the show, didn't it?
Huh?
It came with the show, didn't it?
There was definitely a show, but I don't know if the game came out at the same time as the show. I'd have to look that up.
That's when the show came out in the
Oh, you know what? Actually, let me drop this
I
plus
think
the
midnight.
heeding the call. Where is it? I think that'll be a good spot to start it up tomorrow if we do that. I'm gonna go tuck my wife in for Betty Bye here. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the content on this stream, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, or don't. And stick around for just a minute because I want to show you this really cool graphic that some of you guys have already seen lots of times, but whatever. But if you don't...
subscribe, and what?
Follow?
Follow on your action sketch.
Shut up. I'm going to scratch my booby at you. Anyway. If you guys enjoyed the get your hand out of here. If you guys enjoyed the content, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, stick around for just a minute. Or don't. That's up to you guys. Nobody owns you. Get your hand out of here. Now I lost my train of thought, dadgummit. As always, we're starting to be live by 5, and that's Eastern time zone for all you damn time travelers out there. But we're going to be live a lot earlier than that, as we have been, because, hey, this is classic. I have less than 6 days left on it. I'm going to be playing the heck out of it, so we're going to be around for some of that. Yeah, until the next one, you rock. Wow! And here's that graphic. There it is.